Okay then, hello and welcome back to IDL Season 7, Division 1, the best of the best. I'm Falcus, I'm joined by Anti. He said he was sorting
Hello?
something. Anti, I don't know, what were you, did you manage to sort anything? Were you sorting anything for your
Okay,
display,
I
or
might
are
be
you...
able to sort it in the next minute. I'm
Right.
working on it, alright. There might be a little spinning disc where my beautiful face is meant to be for a little bit, but I'm sure they've got enough handsome man to look at on their screen right now, Falcus.
Look, I can bring up the most Irish man there is again if we want.
Radiant's banned.
It's an option.
Dire's banned.
Cover up the
You
spinning
know what?
disc.
Run that. It's too warm for me to get the camera on.
Right, we're gonna need your best impression though. Sorry, Anti actually isn't here. We couldn't get Anti, so instead we've got once again the most Irish man there is, Barack Obama. How you doing today, Mr. Obama?
Look, I've not warmed this one up. You got like a Donald Trump one. I can maybe do that.
You just gotta be do the Donald Trump that Obama. You know, you've kicked him out. You've got rid of him. I don't think I can do either, so yeah, that's fine. Someone has asked me for one before, but it's certainly it's not happening. Hang on, we can do this on the fly. Let's just do this. This is definitely not going to look jank, and we're definitely not getting distracted from the draft here. Don't worry about anything.
Well,
chat.
while
There's
I'm
nothing.
while I'm still acting as myself, I'll discuss the bans real quick. We've seen the Lone Druid banned out. Otherwise, mainly meta hero bans. The Treant's gone, the Snap is gone, the Clock is gone, and Tusk taken out as well. Tusk, I mean, we see it quite a lot in Irish League and Kobold. Maybe more popular in these leagues than in pro games, particularly.
Yeah.
Although Wisp, I think, is a bit of a specialty here for business mices, isn't it? We've seen this before.
Yeah, it's a really exciting one. I believe this is their IO mid generally, but I think if you
10
are
seconds to go.
picking something first, you've got to be able to flex it, right? You got to have that on the cards. You
Yeah, I mean,
can't be
surely,
bold enough to do it. But look, I've seen this
especially
here.
with the Wisp.
I've seen it come up in a pub already, like, and it's not weak. Like, you assume you've got to be like super good at it to play a niche sort of hero, but it's just good at the moment. Like, genuinely, the spirits do a lot of damage. It's fairly tanky. It manages to sit mid, and it kind of comes out of that lane fairly strong as well. So, not one to be sniffed at.
If I was Myst-ery Machine and I
10
saw a first
seconds
big
to
Wisp
go.
that's potentially going to be a core, I'd be like, can we pick like a
5
Lycan
seconds.
or something
Dire
horrible that can just chase the Wisp down and
Radiant's
and
banned.
kill it? I mean, they've picked the techies first. I think they've also got a pretty renowned techies player.
Yeah.
So I'm not too surprised to see this. Possibly even can flex this. Although I'm not certain we'll see Rob Myst play this over one of his more preferred heroes.
Yeah, I think it's the IO, like something like you want something like a Necro, right? Because you want something that's going to be able to walk it down, kill it from half health, and just sort of deal with it that way. Now, the last time we saw it, I believe it was a bit of a roll when we saw this mid, so I think it went a bit more aggressive than it otherwise would have, because you expect it to pick up like Helm of the Dominator, then maybe go the jungle, farm a bit, or farm with the spirits, that sort of thing. We kind of saw it just buy a Dagon and run it down mid, but I think that was more circumstantial than anything. So it might be nice to see it put up to a good test here. Whereas Myst-ery Machine,
in a more natural game environment.
Well, look, we are all aware of it, right? You know, it's a bit of the elephant in the room of the MMR state in Div 1 this season. There's just been some unfortunate I don't know how to put this, some unfortunate sort of placement or numbers.
In
like
the brackets, yeah.
You can't put them down, but equally it's hard for them being like up in Div 1, but you know, what are you gonna do?
Regardless, this matchup between these two teams, pretty similar average MMR.
Yes.
I think within 500 sort of range. So this should be a very even matchup.
Yeah.
Again, we're seeing the supports prioritized here. Shadow Demon and Ringmaster, again, very popular picks. Not
10
certain
seconds
it's
to
the most
go.
popular in the pro scene at the moment, but certainly within
Um,
IDL and Kobold
No, I
sphere,
think-
like these two heroes.
I think all of these Shadow Demon is maybe weirdly the odd one out, but obviously a very reliable save here. I think Ringmaster and Techie's both pretty strong in the pros at the moment. Pretty happy to have them. I think the Wheel of it's Wheel of Wonder, isn't it? I call it Wheel of Wonder, but I haven't actually ever checked what the ability is called. But no, it's pretty strong, and there's a lot of ways to redirect the direction someone's facing at the moment. Like you can see that combo with a like a Lich. You know, if the Ringmaster doesn't get the fear off with the Wheel of Wonder, a Lich can Sinister Gaze them, turn them round, and send them into it. Primal Beast. Is it going to be a mid-primal or an offlane primal?
It's
Dyer's pick.
probably a flex, as well as this Tiny
So-
potentially being a flex.
This answers no more. I
Yeah.
think you want this to be carry Tiny, really. You know, he's going to pick up the Silver Edge. He's going to help deal with the Bristleback because he's got the break, and you go from there.
I think you do want to
10
see more lane
seconds to go.
information though before you decide where this primal is going.
Yeah, I think I'd agree
the
with
Wisp
that.
still being flexible. I think I'm tending to envision the Wisp still being a core because having these two save supports in theory on Business Mices seems a bit bad. And
Yeah.
obviously IO Bristle is pretty strong, so potentially they are thinking about doing that, but then they are going to need to pick up some pretty high damage heroes for their last two picks. Potentially a mid laner that's just all damage. Although I can't imagine we'll see like an OD or something. We could.
I think on if I was Mystery Machine here, and obviously, you know, my sort of Archon Crusader opinion is definitely going to be of value to these immortal players. But I'd be running that primal in the off lane. I'd be running that Tiny carry, and I'd be picking up. I'd maybe even be considering a Viper for the mid lane. But Shadow Fiend coming out, I think, throws a little bit of a maybe not too much of a spanner for the primal, right? It's a lot of physical damage, which primal likes to take.
10
I mean, this
seconds
is
to go.
the unbelievable amounts of damage hero that maybe they were missing for their
5
draft. So
seconds.
I think we can call that. I don't care where the Wisp goes at this point. Probably better as a support.
I think I'd
surprised
yeah.
it made it so far through the draft as well. This SF, and I'm not
Radiant's
certain
ban.
Primal and Tiny are amazing into it. I think Primal's okay.
Ban.
Tiny
if you
can be
get on top
alright.
of him and have the follow up.
But again, I think you need something else that's going to deal with the Bristleback here, because you can't be relying on your Tiny to break the Bristleback and deal with the Shadow Fiend. So, honestly,
Yeah,
I just think the Viper's nice here, and I think if it is IO
10
mid, then
seconds to
it's
go.
feels okay into that, but I could be completely wrong on
5
that one.
seconds.
I'm not certain how I feel about Viper into SF past the laning stage though. I think SF is one of those few heroes where you can sit at range and then just click through his
Yeah,
corrosive skin. But in theory, it seems okay.
Radiant's ban.
I'm just not sure I'm a fan of this Tiny hero being picked.
I don't really like the Primal Tiny combo. I'll agree with you on that one. I think one or the other is kind of okay, but I don't know. It seems a bit rough as a combo.
10 seconds to go.
Primal makes a lot of sense because you can go the Ags
5
and then you've got the
seconds.
AoE break for Bristle, so even if he's running around
Oh,
elsewhere
that's
in
true.
the fight,
Yeah,
you don't
they
particularly have to get on top of him directly.
if they've got the other break, then they don't really need it on the Viper. So that's fair. Actually, I'd forgotten about the break on the
Dyer's
Primal.
pick.
And I do think Tiny is likely to go this Silver Edge build as you're suggesting, so that he
Yeah,
can
I think absolutely.
hunt the SF, but SF will likely do exactly the same thing. So I think
Which is
there's a
quite
chance
funny.
we'll just have two invis carries
Yeah.
walking around on top of each other.
But this is
game.
what I'm really worried about this Tiny carry, because
10 seconds
I
to
find
go.
that Tinies tend to spend too long building
5
up, and they
seconds.
don't come out early
Radiant's
enough, and they don't scale as well as these other heroes. Dazzle coming out last pick. I'm honest, that doesn't help knowing where the IO's going. It could be Dazzle mid, for all we know. I think it's going to be Dazzle support
probably the
IO
Wisp
mid, but
core.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we've seen it before from them.
yeah,
10 seconds to go.
these Tinies, like they do such good early damage if they come out on top in the lane and come out with an early item and go and pick up a couple of ganks or something. But if they sit in the jungle, they just don't farm as fast as the other carry heroes that are picked up, especially the Shadow Fiend, and they tend to fall behind and just never come back online. And now it worries me a little bit because Rosie's playstyle does tend to be, it doesn't matter too much how the lane goes. She farms really well while her team makes a bit of space. She comes back into the game strong, and they just end it from there once she's got her items and is online. And I just think into SF, do you know what I mean? That's a really tricky thing to pull off with Tiny.
Yeah, Tiny should innately farm a bit faster than SF just because of the branch. So potentially, if the lane does go well, and it should go okay against a Bristle if we are suggesting it's carry Tiny, then there could be this period in the early mid game
Okay, it's not carry
where
Tiny.
that completely is irrelevant.
It's mid Tiny.
It's Tweets
carry
Tiny mid.
I think this is the right move. I don't know how the Tiny does into the IO mid, but I think picking up Terrorblade negates all those issues that I was literally just scared about, so...
Yeah, I mean, I like this. I agree. I think into 3 save heroes, Tiny's not going to have a great time,
Yeah.
but potentially is just another body on the front lines for this Terrorblade. Keep the Shadow Fiend controlled. Just keep him stunned up between the Primal and the Tiny.
And I think if it's mid Tiny, right, we see the magic build come out more than anything. You're looking for nuke damage from the combo rather than the right clicks. So turning up a bit earlier, maybe causing problems for the Shadow Fiend if they can get ganks. But again, yeah.
Yeah, Tiny can insta-kill the Dazzle or the Shadow Demon. The trouble is you've got so many save supports that they can save each other. In the event that they get initiated on. So I suppose we'll just see how these initiations play out.
There's a hope, I guess, if your tweets that their reaction speeds just aren't fast enough and you're going to turn up and just demolish a support or a core before anybody notices. Sneaking around.
I mean, last IDL, we saw quite a lot of this Tweets Tiny because Tiny carry was one of the top 3 carries in that meta.
Right, okay.
So we know that he's pretty proficient on this hero.
I think I just want to see him throw the Primal Beast. I think that's all I'm looking for here.
Throw the Primal on top of the Shadow Fiend and then slam him in the ground.
I just think it's really funny to see him throw Primal, you know?
Oh,
little rock
big
throws
man.
massive dinosaur, yeah. What is he, a dinosaur, a lizard? Dinosaurs kind of are lizards.
He's a beast. He's a primal beast.
He is primal and he is a beast. Oh. But without further ado, let's get ourselves into this game. We've got Myst-ery Machine coming out on the Radiant, and that means we got Business Mices on the Dire here. There's emo on that. This is becoming a signature, I suppose, at this point. I mean, we've only seen it twice. I don't know if it was a signature prior to this in season 7 or season 6 or anything. Sorry.
I'm not certain. We saw emo play in the last season, and think possibly a new player. Wet for me is certainly a staple player in the Irish League, I would suggest.
Yeah.
But as far as my knowledge, this is a new stack formed around Wet on me.
Yeah, this is.
30 seconds.
I could be getting really confused here, but I'm going to take a stab at it because I think I'm correct that this is the is this the 4 Ukrainian guys and then the 1 English speaker? Or is that someone else that I'm thinking of? I was trying to remember who it was earlier because I've definitely cast one of them, but that I've definitely cast a game for the team of which this was the case, but I now can't remember which team it was. Maybe it wasn't these guys, to be fair. Maybe it might have been a Div 2 team that I'm thinking of. I'm going through the Div 2 teams now, checking for myself to see if I can remind myself. Yes, I'm thinking of the FOST team, which is called FOST team. So that's my bad, though.
Straightforward team name.
Yes, just say which team are you thinking of? Oh, the one by Fost, the Fost team, named Fost team. It's nice when they put that much effort in, you know.
Players reporting some bit of packet loss in the lobby. We'll just get them relogged.
It's always the case, isn't it? Everyone with their terrible connections. Although to be fair, I think someone was correcting me the other week that it's a vicious rumor that Ireland has bad internet, and that actually out in the sticks they have some of the best internet now, because apparently there's been a lot of work to make sure everywhere has internet in Ireland.
That seems odd because half of the Irish streaming players that help out on the streams have told me that they can barely run it. So I don't know how true that is from personal experience. I know a couple
but maybe
of them have
this is the
like
minority
Starlink
with
and stuff now,
yeah.
which is pretty helpful. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we are the minority. All the Dota players just have poor internet for some reason.
I think it could be some sort of like global initiative to, you know, try and get people off Dota. Maybe, I don't know. We've got to fight back. It's the only way. Maybe they're just under permanent DDoS because they're too good at Dota 2.
That's true. There's a lot of enemies about in the Irish scene. You don't want to make too many ops.
There you go. Enemies of the air, beware. Is there an heir to the Irish Dota scene? Who's the king?
H-E-I-R, heir?
Yeah, H-E-I-R. But we'd have to have a king of the Irish Dota scene first. There is a king, but I don't know if he's considered the king.
I mean, there is so Irish Wraith King is a phenomenon. I think it's the most contested best Irish hero.
Oh,
there's quite a lot of Wraith King players. So in theory, we do have a king, and it's whoever at the moment is the best Wraith King.
well, there we go.
Not sure which one of them it is. But,
side event for maybe the next LAN or the like the mid-season event, the IDL Irish Wraith King mid 1v1 tournament. It's Wraith King
I
only.
don't know how much you can get out of a mid 1v1 Wraith King, unfortunately.
All right, separate them into brackets. It's 5v5. Everyone's playing Wraith King.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can run that.
And then you get down to the final 5.
We could see. I'd love to run some funky side events at the lands, to be honest, but we literally never have time for anything.
Anything but the main Dota.
Even that we sometimes don't have time for, so you know, it is what it is at that point. Bot lane, some big aggression out. Paddy's jumped in.
Oh, first blood.
And now Rosie in trouble.
Rosie could be dead. Oh no!
Triple.
Only the double kill because one was taken by Bloom, but what a play for Maheshwara. I was so confused when I came down here as well because he said that someone had got in. We had the first blood, and I'm like, but there's still 2 heroes alive in this lane. This is nonsense, but they've had it turned on them.
They tried to 3-man gank the Bristle at level 1, and it did not work out. That was horrible.
It's an absolute tragedy. Don Zarsto in the bot lane. Mid lane wise, they seem to be faring up fairly well. I think it's just going to be when we see more levels in these spirits, whether or not Emo can hold the aggression and keep tweets out of the lane. While up
this
top,
mid lane matchup,
oh, go on.
I think Tweets should just start out CSing Emo, like with the damage once he's got maybe a couple items.
Oh no! Down goes Rosie again on the Terrorblade. So Maheshwara shutting this one down early.
It looks like they hit the level 2s and then just went crazy style on it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's used a lot of resources, but he's sitting on 3 mangoes on the Bristleback, so I don't see him having any mana problems anytime soon. Gonna hold on to them for the health
With a
regen
dazzle
for
with
now.
a full urn finished in the lane, it does look like they want to be stopping here.
That is insane. Just the urn at 2.5 minutes.
I've seen
Meanwhile,
worse lanes.
Weetorn
I've
seems
been
to be
in
doing
worse lanes
okay.
within 24 hours.
There's always a worse lane. Is that the? There's always a bigger
worse
fish.
lane.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Tweets is already just very low. They've both got the bottle, but Emo with a little more mobility is actually going to go and try and get both. He's going to be able to get both runes here.
That's very nice from Emo. Nice swing around.
Yeah, the spirits are just so strong. Like, genuinely so strong. Really, really impressive. I was also surprised last time I saw him play this that there's no, like, play for the Ags on the IO, I don't really think. I think he just kind of plays around Helm, I think. Well, last time we saw
Might
it,
have been,
as I say, wasn't a perfect representation.
I think genuinely they'll go Helm into Ags, but we'll see what the build is decided this game as a little bit of a dive under the tower. It takes quite a lot of shots for it.
It's got a good amount of damage on Tweets, though. There is a TP coming in. Who have we got behind these trees? There it is. It's paid on the techies. But, I mean, you can't do anything. He's got so much regen with this bottle.
Bot lane.
Oh, no.
It's another dive out onto the tower, but this time Rosie comes out on top.
Thought they might pick up the kill onto Myst, but I don't think Bloom's quite able to finish that one off. He's still looking. It's a dangerous game with a metamorphed Terrorblade sitting about. Well, up top, thought Weetor might have been taking some damage, but he's just taking some creep aggro.
Yeah, doesn't quite have the mana to try and get a kill onto this Primal just yet, and now Paid is back up here with a blast off.
I'm not sure he needs to kill the Primal. I mean, look at the last hits. Primal's got 13. It's, considering if you're comparing to the Bristleback as well, the Bristleback's got, what, 3 kills under his belt now? It's just, do you know what I mean? It's a really rough lane for the Primal. Paid keeps leaving to help out in other lanes. You know, it's a hard time for him. There's the blast off, doesn't quite land, and the charge is going to miss as well. Amp now just behind the tower, could be in trouble. They're going to chase for the techies. I don't think they can catch here. Yeah, everyone going to walk away from that one, but they're going to have to leave lane on the Primal and the techies briefly, so there's going to be some time without any farm.
Someone took out the Radiant's courier.
Courier's going down in the bot lane as Maheshwara just setting up camp behind the tower here. Says nothing bothers me.
Rosie trying to contest the pull. But this dazzle's pretty scary for a level 3 Terrorblade.
Yeah. Maheshwara coming around. Looking to get some damage, but there's a lovely fear away from Myst. Having to heal up on Bloom. But again, it's Bristleback with a dazzle behind him. It can die, but I do think it probably it needs to be under the tower, same as it was before. I feel like you'd expect
not too much action after the initial part of this game.
Yeah.
I think a lot of missed spells in the top lane may be the real reason for that, but
yeah, I was just about to say, it feels like that lane should be stronger, you know, they've got the charge, they've got the blast off if they land those spells. Bloom shallow graving himself here. I think Maheshwara is going to be paying the price for it. Down he goes to Rosie. They did pick up the kill onto Myst, but Emo coming through. Can they take down the Terrorblade? Yes, they can. God, there's a lot of healing between the two of them. What a relocate.
Aid looking for a jump on Wetami.
They're gonna get it there. In they go. Do get it on the back end of that disruption. Finishing up the kill onto Weetorn. Bramix now in trouble, though, with the rotation in from Myst. Down he goes. They do get the kill onto the Primal, but I don't think you're too worried about that if you picked up the SF, right?
Yeah, I mean, contesting the SF, cutting the souls down a little bit, you know, keeping the SF on their toes. It's probably a good idea.
I think it's the value of the SF, you know. Look at the net worth of the SF. It's 3k. It's 1,000 gold ahead of the Primal, so you're just not giving away as much by losing the Primal. It's already in a bad spot, and I think they are making stacks to try and recover it.
there are big stacks. If they do get contested, it's going to be pretty sad, but not the greatest contesting setup here unless they bring the bristle, but why would you bring the bristle when he's diving Rosie under the tower again?
Oh, but in the top lane, we do have them going for Weetorm again. There's the charge in from Amp, the disruption onto Tweets. They're looking to chase down Weetorm here. He might try and deny himself to Roche. He's actually, I think, going to get out. Emo relocated. Did he reload in there? He did indeed, as Maheshwara picking up Paid in the bot lane. Nothing going to be found top.
Rosie escaped through the gate top lane.
Well, the Bramix does get a kill there. Yeah, they know she's there. And TP out is going to make it. How did they know she was there? I guess they just called the retreat. Is there a ward there? Oh, there is.
There's a ward. Dire ward on the top gate.
Good catch.
There goes Radiant's bottom tower.
Rob Myst. He's been purged.
Yes, but in comes Amp. Ramix could be in trouble here. There's the disruption. Banished to another realm, and Amp returning and under fire from himself and Weetorm. That would be one of the scariest spells, really. Do you know what I mean? If you actually had to fully experience it.
Jump to the SF.
Weetorm's very low. Are they gonna look for the charge? Not quite. Myst maybe looking for another dagger. There's the whip. There's the shallow grave coming out. Misses the second dagger. Nothal projection being used by Bloom, but not able to catch anything there. Weetorm is gonna be fine.
You were saying, what was the scary ability you were referring to?
Disruption. Can you imagine just getting like banished to another realm? You come back.
Yourself?
Oh, disruption in the sky!
Speaking of disruption.
It's beautiful. There's a dark moon and tonight. Out comes the ult from the SF. He's going to manage to pick up the kill onto Amp, going the way of Bloom. Requiem of Souls, that's the words I'm looking for. Beautiful play. Can he cast that in? What was going? That came out so fast.
Well, I think you can click on him before he gets tossed and it still goes off, you know, if he's still in range. But, very nice save there from the Shadow Demon. Really turns that one around, keeps the SF tip-top shape.
But yeah, trying not to get interrupted this time, right? You're just going about your day, walking along. Shadow Demon turns up, right? Banishes you to another realm. God knows where you're going for that. It seems like a sketchy dark Pokeball. And then you come back, and all of a sudden, you're getting beat to death by two things that look identical to you. Just two other versions of yourself. Like, the trauma.
Scary.
I mean, obviously, there are things where you're just getting shot, but, like, you know. I guess that's the question. Would you rather be shot, or would you rather be banished to another realm and beat up by yourself?
Shadow clones? Probably not.
Yeah. There's the disruption coming out again, along with the purge. I think does look to try and get the grab with the pulverize, but unfortunately gets hexed up by the dazzle. Down goes Amp. Emo now with the Helm of the Dominator does have that Ags queued up as well. Take a look at Tiny in the mid lane. Working towards a blink. Still a fair ways off it. Yeah, looking at the net worth, I think Tiny was holding out quite well before. He's now sort of 500 behind. And I think just showing how fast Emo can get items online here once he's farming up in the jungle.
Yeah, speaking of net worth as well, Maheshwara big on top and asserting the dominance on top of Rosie in the spot lane.
Yeah, I mean, well, Terrorblade strong when you have meta up, right? And then obviously every time you don't, it's just free for Maheshwara. And I think even when she does have meta up, Maheshwara kind of doesn't care. He's got a Vanguard, he can turn his back, he can walk away. Like, they don't really have too much to do with the Bristleback at the moment.
It's going to be a while until they do, I think. Like, unless you're getting Terrorblade involved, which is a bit risky.
Yeah.
In the early mid game, then they don't really have a lot.
From the stacks now on Amp. Remind me, where's this break on the Primal? Is it? It's in the...
It's the Ags.
It's the Ags,
it's the full Ag Scepter, which is queued up. It's Blink Ags is the
But it's a
build.
while away, and because this is the thing of them not playing the carry Tiny does mean that he's going to be looking for Blink, not Silver Edge. And it would be slower even if he did go Silver Edge, I think, because his farm's not going to be as quick. You know, like what was seeming like they had a decent setup to deal with the Bristleback is just kind of now it's seeming like Bristleback's going to be running all over them for another 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, mostly as a result of the lanes being very rough. Like, they fed a lot of kills. The first blood attempt went really badly.
Yeah.
Just not a lot here to be done.
But look, as I said before, if it translates over team to team, because obviously we do have some replacements on this team compared to Rosie and Myst's team in Kobold League, but the general strategy for that team seems to be make space for Rosie to farm, then Rosie turns up 20 minutes later and takes everyone down. And then after the game, Rosie becomes very humble and claims she did nothing.
And I think for that to happen, Tweeds needs this Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
So he needs the space to do it. Potentially, they should have even given the stacks to Tweeds over the Primal.
Yeah.
But for now, they're just bringing pressure to Tweeds' lane, forcing him away from the creeps to farm.
Paid is hovering here. I don't know what he does. Like, obviously, Business Micers don't know that he doesn't have any backup, which I think is the only thing keeping them a little bit at bay right now. He's going to go in. There comes the Nothel projection, means they get the Hex there on the Poison Bloom. Coming in from the side is Bramix, but Tweets looking for the kill on the Emo. There's the toss, but he's going to get shallow graved. He's going to be able to jump away with the tether, and back they go to safety. Could be Bramix in trouble, though. Meta going to be popped by Rosie. Bramix goes down for the sins of his cause.
Maheshwar is taking stacks.
Maheshwara is a sneaky little devil. I mean, look,
They're gonna try for this kill.
They're gonna try and run him down, but I don't think they get it, right? Like, Wheel of Wonder, they missed the fear into it. They've cast so many spells, although the toss back, this could be it. If they can get the Pulverize, there's a lot of damage. Myst has had to back off. I'd be thinking that Tweets isn't too far behind needing to do so. There's the Pulverize. They do manage to finish it off before Tweets dies.
Pretty close.
Yeah, very close. I think, you know, if they hadn't got that avalanche on him there, he was gone. And it just took them so long to get the Pulverize. You know, it's obviously a good kill for them because he's top of the net worth right now. But in general, I'd argue you don't want to be chasing the Bristleback that much with four members of your team.
For a lot of heroes.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of time that they wasted there, you got to times it by 4 because it was 4 heroes doing it. So it is a big hit to their resources, even if they do eventually get this kill.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've got things on cooldown now. The Wheel of Wonder is going to be a little bit... To be fair, it's not exactly a super long cooldown ability, but...
Still just playing for these stacks, though.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody wants... Have we got any stacks on the Radiant side? No. Dire side, we've got Triple Ancients. And I think they took all the stacks. So they have made more stacks here.
They've made more, yeah.
In the Radiant
and Tiny
Triangle.
Does have the Blink Dagger now. So I'd expect him to be very eager to make a move. Looks like they're looking in this top lane.
Blink Dagger queued up on the Primal as well. Still going to be a while away from that. He has actually started buying the Aghanim, so maybe they've realized they desperately need the break, and he is going to go that ahead. Yeah, they're going to get the dagger there, the toss back. They do manage to get that shallow grave for that last second. Pops the Requiem. Does get healed up as well, massively by Paid. On the side, though, they do have the Pulverize there on to Bramix. Weetorm picking up the kill onto Paid there. And Amp going down as it's not even able to kill Bramix before the team can rotate over and help him out. Not gone their way, though.
This move. Another move gone awry here, where the Shadowfiend gets tossed away from the Techie's jump, so that doesn't connect. And then the Primal is off dealing with the supports instead of helping with the SF kill.
Yep.
It's,
I mean, look, we're seeing coordination issues all over the map at the moment, really. I think they're definitely struggling in the offlane here.
They're going to coordinate another move towards Maheshwara. Rosie kind of baiting with the Sunder ready.
Yeah, I think Maheshwara is somewhat
Maybe
aware
sniffs
now.
that one out.
Not sure what Sunder smells like, but I'd assume either really, really bad or really nice. There's the Sunder, though, but The rest of the team are kind of backed off. Tweets coming in with the blink dagger. There's the toss. Shallow Grave on the side, though, coming in from Bloom. Maheshwara possibly going to make it away here. Rosie's popped the meta, used the Sunder, and Maheshwara, it's barely looking like he's been tickled. Bloom, however, does get caught. Bramix coming with the save, though. I don't think it's going to be enough. There is the kill. Bramix getting tossed back as well. And Maheshwara is just allowing his supports to lie down in front of him to form a bridge for him to cross the safety. The toss back, though, and can they get it? There's the avalanche coming out again. A lot of damage onto Rosie. Oh. He's going to pick up Rosie before the kill onto Maheshwara from the support ringmaster, but oh, that is not what you want.
Structure's looking fortified.
Yeah, even these moves that kind of they bring so many numbers to are still going wrong somehow.
Yeah, and they're not making space, right? Because Rosie's there in these, you know, at least 50% of these engages.
I think they have to bring her though, because they don't really have the damage on any other hero. You need the TB with meta to make these plays, and that's a bit bad. Top lane.
Reload's coming in. I think it's barely needed. I'd argue Emo just turned up there to steal a kill from his carry. I think intention's good. Maybe execution didn't quite come out, but I guess you can't cancel it, right?
Yeah, can't cancel it unless you get silenced or something. I think during the wind up. Yeah,
I think if they executed well, they can get ganks without needing Rosie. You know, they could if they got the avalanche toss into a techies, into, you know, the primal coming in with the pulverize, which is very low. You know, I mean, pulverize should be their go every time, right? 45-second cooldown, like they can just do that on repeat. Banishment here as paid is going to be found. Weetorm getting a killing spree. And Emo getting a killing spree as well. Who did Weetorm kill and where? It took out Myst on the side there, I think. And they're straight in for Roshan.
Yeah, just hit 2 raises on a low health Myst in the river.
Oh, unfortunate. Okay, so they've thrown out the scan on the Radiant. They know they're there, but there's nothing they can do about it. Aegis left on the floor, and actually they give it to Maheshwara.
Why not? You've got an unkillable beast, and now he's got 2 lives. Let him run into the tier 4s, honestly.
If it was any other way, you know, but I guess SF doesn't want to use it. Emo's not really necessarily in the fights. He's kind of turning up with the reload and having the ability to escape and move around. So, you know what? Maheshwara's died a couple of times. They don't want to keep giving gold away. Yeah, it may seem a little unconventional, but don't think there's anything wrong with it. And straight off the back of Roche, 20 minutes on the dot. They're in for the Tormentor. Now, could be trouble because it's about to go down, which is going to give them information on the Radiant here that they can go for this gank, and go for this gank they will. Beautifully executed. Again, though, they do use Rosie. The reload coming in, though. My God. Wheel of Wonder is straight out. Rosie, though, getting low here from Maheshwara and Emo. Maheshwara does have the Aegis. He's not going to be too scared. They get the kill on the Rosie, but it's Emo that goes down. Maheshwara looking for more. Got that Aegis and wants to use it. Sacrificing their mid there, coming in. They do get a kill on the enemy carry, only after they lost their own, though. Shallow Grave coming out. Looks like they're going to lose Bramix, and Maheshwara massively healed up. Is going to pick up Tweets. Can they wrap up for Myst as well? Oh, lovely jump back down there to the low ground. Should be safety, I think, there for Myst.
I mean, at least you got the kill on the Shadow Fiend, but
yeah,
this Maheshwara Bristleback is kind of turning into...
Oh, no, I think the other way around.
Carry at this point.
Like, look at the gold exchange for that fight there. I think that is including everyone. Yeah. Like, they only got 2 kills in return, which is the big thing. And on top of that, their kills are much less valuable because they're in the lead. So realistically, they gained about 1,000 gold there, I think, on Myst-ery Machine.
On the Myst-ery Machine. Yeah, like, for the tiny, mostly.
You don't want to lose your carry. Like, that's just the obvious statement. You know, trading the carries there isn't great. But the fact they came in, and I think it's this era maybe of giving the Bristleback the Aegis if they're going to play more aggressive on the IO.
I think you just send the Bristleback off to do whatever he wants.
Going for the Requiem, not going to come off because of the Avalanche. Emo and Maheshwara once again playing in this duo. Paid going down to Emo. Over in the mid lane, looking for the chase on a Myst. They drop the Wheel of Wonder. Unfortunately, again, don't think it really lands. And it's going to be a consolation prize getting the supports here, but the supports they do get.
Ags and Shard is the build for Tweets.
Radiant's mid tower's
What
coming
do you think of this? This is interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really the one you want. I think you go for the break, right?
Is the break even enough at this point? I suppose at least this
I mean,
way
you need it. You need
from a
some
safe
sort of
range.
break, and you're still at 800 gold off getting that on the primal. And he's had to rush it, you know.
Yeah, he is rushing it over the blink. Then they are seeing this critical need for it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with this mid tiny at the moment. I'm not sure exactly what the build is on it.
I quite like this because I think he's adapting to the fact they don't really have the damage at the moment, and they don't want to keep bringing TB to stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's
So,
true.
I think allowing Primal to be this controller supplying the break, and then Tweets being able to supply the damage to kill this 3k HP Bristleback with an IO.
Okay, I've actually reread what the shard is, and yeah, no, the shard is definitely the way.
Dyer's mid tower.
The Ags, I guess, is exactly what you're saying, is just that damage. Pressure on the bottom tower, though, and Maheshwara just...
Maheshwara in the tier 4.
Oh, I thought he was going to go
like
for
I
the fountain
suggested.
dive there. Bloom picked off in the backlines by Tweets, though, and the TP's coming back. If they could get any break here, but they don't quite get it. Myst looking for the fear, trying to lock down Maheshwara in the Wheel of Wonder, but not going to get it. He's now disarmed, but he doesn't care because he's still got his bristles to charge in deep. Pulverize coming out there, but a disruption is going to keep Emo alive and kicking for a little bit longer. Maheshwara picks up Paid, but does go down, using up that Aegis on the steps of the Radiant Fountain. And there it is. He's looking to pick up kills. He's going to just go in. Oh, but the stun is beautiful. He doesn't get those shots into the back that he wants. No back shots available for the Bristleback right there.
Where Tommy's in.
He's going to pick up the supports. Has that BKB. He's not going to be able to get onto the fountain, though. They do go back. They need to focus this tower, but they're struggling to do so, as every time they do, the cores come back in on full health. Tweet not quite able to finish off that kill onto Emo that I thought was seeming like a given. The Fortify comes out, and look, say what you want, they've held their high ground.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Oh, they come in! There's the kill onto Emo!
I'm not sure the fountain dive is the correct strategy for securing a win on the game, but...
Pulverize coming through now. There's another disruption to save him. They don't have any follow-up, though, so this is going to be a very dead tiny. Was that all just from the Requiem?
Yeah,
My
big damage there from
God.
Wetomi, straight on top of him.
It's taking out the Primal. Yeah, look, the fountain dive is definitely aggressive, but I kind of get it. Like, it's his biggest damage source on Bristle. He knows he can survive it, so like just turning around and showing your back to the fountain, you can kill a whole team that way. I think the stun was really good, because I don't know if that stun caught him while he was turning round or nudges
it did,
him
yeah. He was
round or
facing the
what,
wrong way.
but he ended up facing the wrong way, and that's when all that damage comes in. He gets nothing back for it, so. But look, if my Bristleback is this far ahead and isn't playing like an absolute maniac like Maheshwara is, then I'm actually going to be upset about it.
This is it. When you're asking for your offlaner to be a space creator, I think this is what every carry really envisions as an ideal.
There you go. Confirmed. Carries are sitting up at night just dreaming of Maheshwara.
Who is diving a tier 2 alone?
In he goes.
against
A lot of
three
damage
heroes.
giving out on the Myst there. In goes Amp. Does now have this Ag, so they do have the break available. He's going to get caught up by that Wheel of Wonder. There's a lot of damage coming out. He is broken as well. Tweets picking up Bramix and Rosie picking up Bloom. This could be a really nice fight. Down goes
find
Maheshwara.
him.
It's only Emo left here. Weetorm is smoked up and just leaving. Can they get on top of Emo here? Yes, they can with Rosie. There's a beautiful Sunder as well. And I think just in the nick of time to bring Rosie back to full health to be able to tank this Requiem of Souls that does take down Paid. Tweets picks up Emo, and the TP out there from Weetorm is going to be enough to keep him alive, but Really nice fight. They only lose 1-4-4, and look at that gold swing there. That's about 3.7k net exchange.
It is all turning around, Falcus. I think maybe Bristleback got a bit too excited. You know, I was maybe Caster's Curse a little bit, praising him for making space, and then this was a bit of an insane dive with not really a point to it.
I think if you look at it from the perspective of, you know, should he have been diving? Was it too deep? Like, he's just been in their fountain and was only sort of just punished for that. So you can understand where he's coming from. I think the big issue was the break, right? I think until that break was applied, he was taking an absolute ton of damage, but like it wasn't going to be enough to kill him. His team was coming in, like he had support. I think it was that primal axe, I guess the reveal, but you know, if you're this level, you know, these guys are, we got, you know, a fair amount of numbered immortals in this game. I think you got to assume they're checking items and they know that axe is coming.
It was a bit of a tough one. He was way ahead of his team. Like, in fairness, the Dazzle has a blink and an ultimate and wasn't able to get there in time to get a grave off on the Bristle. So, you know, maybe run it down.
Andy, I completely agree with you. It is all Bloom's fault. I can't believe Bloom screwed this up so bad and is playing so shockingly.
That's so true, so true. Report my supports for sure.
The worst bit is this is exactly what's, you know, there are Bristlebacks out there who are doing this stupid stuff and being like, why wasn't my team with me? Why wasn't my Dazzle there? Like,
Myst-ery and Rosie run into each other again. A little bit of a different story now than the last 20 or so minutes from the laning stage.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a Scardy on Rosie now. It's something. There is the Pulverize. Can't get the break. Emo coming in, going to help regen Myst-ery and also pump out some damage. Out comes Stampede, in they go with the charge. Wheel of Wonder, but Weetorm with a beautiful Requiem does manage to take down Myst, but now under fire from Rosie on the other side. Amp going down to Emo, and it's looking like this could be trouble for Myst-ery Machine.
Ready.
The buyback is there, but Myst-ery just chases down. They are going to toss him back, but they toss him straight back into Fade and Rosie. Rosie just going to TP out. I don't think they can stop that. The Avalanche going through, trying to slow down Myst-ery. There's a reload coming in under the tier 2 here, and they are going to keep pushing in onto Tweets. He keeps just throwing this Bristleback away, and this Bristleback keeps coming back to him. Weetorm does go down, though. I think he went to get the Requiem off there, and he might have got it off before he died, or it might have just been the death one. I'm not too sure. And the turn coming out from Myst-ery Machine as the Amp just comes in with the double kill.
Beautiful turnaround under the tier 2. After Rosie TP's out, recognizes still a bit of meta duration on. And then again, just this super aggressive dive out from the business mice. Always pushing a bit too far.
Look, they went in hard. Tweets got that kill onto Weetorm on the side, which I wasn't quite sure how that happened. I think just so much damage now coming out as he's got his Ags and Shard online. So it might have been the tree volley. But then Paid picks up Bloom, and then Amp comes in and picks up Emo and Bramix. I missed somehow one being the one to finish off Myst-ery.
And for the first time, Falcus, in 30 minutes and 36 seconds, the win probability is favoring the Myst-ery Machine.
Oh my god, it's favoring it, you know, a good 8% there. Over 50, so it's not looking too bad. Look, there's the net worth lead is dropping. They're about to take Roche. They're going to have some map some map control. It's still there. It's less than 1,000 gold, but it's still there.
I'm rounding down. It's gone.
They are all back alive though. They're going to be farming again. They've got to get the catch. They've got to get really good catch here now to take down the Terrorblade. I think this is the issue, you know. If the Terrorblade can just sit on the backlines and hit stuff down with meta, then it is very difficult. What's that? Oh no, that was the Demon Zeal, my bad. It has a similar sound and like animation to Sunder. So down goes this mid tier 2. Oh my, in goes deep on Tweets. Yule's on Bloom here, trying to keep himself alive, trying to heal himself, has shallow graved himself. There's the disruption coming through. We lost Myst on the back.
On the back.
In come the cause. It's Myst-ery and Emo just running through rampant. Weetorm backing them up here, looking for the kill on to Amp. They've had to turn around and come back on Rosie and Tweets, but they've already lost Amp. Now Rosie there looking to come up onto the high ground, could be in trouble. Myst-ery says, come on Emo, we're not leaving yet. Does pop Metamorphosis. Tweets now on the other side of the river. Yeah, the Sunder is available, but ability to get it off remains to be seen. I kind of think you just let a Sunder a support. I guess if she Sunders a support, then they absolutely die. There's a disruption coming through, but Bramix is going to be spotted in the trees, and there goes Tweets with the combo on the Tiny. So they are going to retreat here. I think, look, they've realized meta's been popped. Let's wait it out. They've got an Aegis on top of that. But Myst-ery clearly, you know... I think he's just an adrenaline junkie at this point, right? He wants to live life on the edge.
They might find him.
It's like, safe farm. I don't want that. There's the slow. Rosie still trying to bait the Sunder. That is going to be the end of the meta, but the Sunder comes out. There's the shallow grave. Buyback coming through here from Bramix as they're going to look for the kill on to Rosie. They're going to pick it up. The Aegis is used. In comes Weetorm. Is he looking for Requiem? It's on cooldown at the moment. Rosie returning, but just trapped in that tether and between these two core heroes. And down she goes for a second time. Kill actually going to Weetorm, so just getting all of that value on your carry there. Disruption gonna hold Myst in place for a little bit longer, and the box keeps him alive, but only briefly. Full retreat from Myst-ery Machine here, and this game is looking like it's gonna go back and forth for a little while here.
I'm gonna be honest, Val, because it feels like it's a game of who can not overstay their welcome after a successful fight.
It's a little bit of just, is it Myst-ery diving crazy deep, or is it someone else overstaying to try and kill Myst-ery?
Bit of both, as Myst-ery is just hitting a tier 2 with backdoor protection up. No cares in the world.
Amp is behind, looking to just clear the creeps, but they are running back for him. He's going to TP away. I don't think they have any way to stop this. They did do a lot of damage very quickly there. I'll be honest. There's more than I was expecting. There were nowhere near killing him.
Scary, yeah.
But, you know. Mines being cleared out in the triangle as Paid tries to mine it up again. And yeah, now the backdoor protection is down. They've got Weetorm here. They're going to get this tower. And they're looking to just go straight up to high ground here. Fortify out.
Might end up dropping to the supports.
Yeah, they're maybe going to turn around. Oh my god. Paid goes down to the supports. We do have Tweets over there on the side. Surely TP's back. Rosie TPing in aggressively. There's the Requiem. Does cancel that TP in time, I think, and is going to walk in instead. Meta is available. There's the stun, the toss back. But is this really the target you want? They've got Myst-ery. There's the break. That is something. Can they pick up the kill? The disruption along with the shallow grave. Two saves used. It's not great, but hell, they do get away. So are you really that bothered? BKB popped on Emo. And yeah, full retreat there from Business Misers.
It just looks so difficult to kill Myst-ery. Like we said, they've got 3 save supports effectively, and one of them is a Wisp that can kill you as well.
They reload over for the shrine on Myst-ery and Emo, and they just like blew up a bunch of mines.
I mean, it would have been nice if they'd exploded and died, wouldn't it? But I don't think that's ever going to be the case.
4.1k health on both of them.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a heart on this IO, so, you know, it's no wonder that there is so much regen available when these two are tethered together. Back to the jungle, it seems, for a little bit on Mr. Misers here, but nope. They have seen Amp, and Myst-ery has seen blood. In he goes. They do use him coming out of Paid there, and I think that's going to be enough to send him on his way. Oh, nope, he's just linked back up with Emo.
Yeah, I think the off button has been removed.
The bouncer told him go home. He was going to listen, but then he realized his mate had just got there. Going to get the kill on to Amp there. Weetorm picking up tweets on the side. Rax in danger, and I don't see how they hold it here. Rosie is coming back. Currently, Invis has meta available in 15. He's going to get found, though, and it's a lot of damage coming through. Pops the Demon Zeal. Could look to get Asunder, but not going to want to make any plays until meta is available. Invis Weetorm on the side. You don't want to be having that SF coming out of nowhere and beating you to death from afar. There it is. There is the meta. There's the Sunder as well onto Maheshwara, but it feels like he knew it was coming. They've baited it out. They've healed him up, but there's the break coming through there from the Silver Edge on Rosie, but the Shallow Grave keeping him alive. There's a Wheel of Wonder, but it's not going to catch anyone. The disarm on the Bristleback, but Maheshwara says, I don't care. I wasn't hitting you anyway. I'm here for the quills and nothing more. In he goes. He's got the regen. He's got his back to the fountain. He's going to pick up the kills. Down goes Rosie. He's barely even taken a hit. Look at his health. He's absolutely fine. He's actually gained it more than anything. And Bloom with you can't always get what you want. And in this case, it seems that Myst-ery Machine also couldn't get what they need.
This draft has turned out disgusting from Business Mice.
Oh, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Not only do you have an SF, like if this game went a bit longer, you don't even need him at this point with this Emo Wisp and then this Bristleback in the off lane.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing about the core Wisp is like you don't pick up some of the other healing items, but you do just... Do you know what I mean? You build so tanky it doesn't matter. Your healing is insane when you're tethered to your teammate. Tweets here, I think, goes down again. I mean, they're playing with their food at this point, lads. End the game, come on. Maheshwara says, this is my fountain now. I live here. You're not going to get me out. Yeah, it burns a bit, but I'll be fine. He's a bit like Anakin on Mustafa. I don't care if it burns me a bit. It's home now.
Yeah, a little bit of treatment for that burn between games, but I'm sure we'll be right back to it in the second one.
I mean, look, there's hope. I think that Myst-ery Machine can maybe shut this down a little bit coming into the next game, but yeah, I mean, look, decisive performance there from Business Micers, right? You said it yourself. This draft got dirty towards the end, like just horrible to deal with.
Look, maybe you can say, oh, well, we fed their off lane 3 kills in our first blood attempt, and then that just set the tone for the rest of the game. Maybe you can be like, we could play against it if the Bristol didn't get off to such an insane start.
Yeah.
But it might just be copium. Like
I just don't think there's enough breaks. I think that's the problem. You've gone in early on your support picks, and this is kind of then meant do you know what I mean? If you could pick up something like a Hoodwink down the line, or to be honest, like I don't know if I necessarily wanted to see the Viper, but look, it's a reliable break you're gonna have from level 6. You know, it's kind of nice just to have for that. They did pick up the Silver Edge on the Terrorblade, but it kind of felt like too little too late at that point. And honestly, I think your biggest issue is you're relying on Amp on that Primal that just never stood a chance in the lane.
Yeah, I think the lane was too rough. It always is going to be rough into a Shadow Fiend plus whatever duo.
Yeah.
So potentially they'll think about that going into the next draft. We will likely see the Wisp banned out if I had to guess. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, or maybe we'll see it counted. Who knows? Anyway, I mean, hindsight's 20/20, so it's a lot easier for us to look at these problems now. And I assume, they'll have a lot better ideas than we do anyway, looking back at it. So yeah, look forward to seeing maybe something fixed, something new, something borrowed, something blue. I don't know. But we will be back very shortly with game 2 of this series. And so go sort yourselves out, and we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Right, so then, welcome back to IDL Season 7, Mystery Machine versus Business Mice's
Radiant's banned.
the big Div 1
Dire's
matchup. We are just into a couple of the bans here, and also I have corrected the scores. I don't know.
10 seconds to go.
Yep.
I
You
don't
might
know.
have to fix my
Anti
camera
pointed it out.
slightly though.
Oh, good,
Five.
good catch.
No leaks on stream.
I'm leaking everything. I shouldn't have done it as a display capture, but you know, I couldn't be bothered to do the pop out and then
Look,
the
I
window.
appreciate you
and...
accommodating me not wanting to put my camera on in this blazing heat that we're under.
We're all sweaty boys at the moment. The deodorant goes everywhere at this time of year.
I was really reaching there for some kind of segue off of blazing heat, but I'm just gonna say let's have a look at the draft. It's Lone Drew first ban once again.
Hey! No!
from Mystery Machine.
Come on, the segue was from sweaty boys. It's speaking of sweaty boys.
Speaking of-
Here's some sweaty
Okay.
players back in the
Yeah.
draft.
That's the one. That's the segue. Thank you. Not much change in the bans. The techies has been
10
taken out
seconds to
by
go.
business mices.
And
but
the IO for Mystery
otherwise-
Machine.
Dire's pick.
They've got rid of that.
Yeah, what?
Other than
What
that,
was
it's,
the,
it's pretty meta, right? Like, you know, the Lone Druid ban is on meta, the Snapfire on meta. I think even the Clockwork, the Prophet. I mean, the Techies ban, even though it is somewhat targeted from last game, also a non-meta ban/pick.
First pick, Shadow Fiend.
The confidence.
I mean, this is yeah. I mean, it's a classic at this point. This hero is kind of busted, maybe.
Maybe.
It's
Might
in the
be.
state where you can first pick it, and it can still take over the game completely.
It's like everyone else is getting a taste of how I felt for a long time with Shadow Fiend. Just, I don't know what I'm supposed to do against it. And now everybody feels that way.
It's it's a scary hero. Rubik also a scary hero because you can steal other people's spells. Don't know if you know that, but
What?
if he's
10
played,
seconds to go.
look, I don't know how he does it. He's some kind of magical man.
Oh my god. Has anyone told Severus Snape? He's going to be fuming if he hears about this.
Yeah, he's. But Rubik, I think, more likely to be played as a support here.
Yeah.
I don't think you really want to be running it core into an SF. It's not that kind of. It's not a fun time. Let's just say that.
It is not. I also like. I just don't think it's that strong core. I think they've done a really good job buffing it in terms of the support role. I think it's picked up a lot more +5 these days than it used to be because of the curiosities, just giving it that little bit of boost that it can deal without the gold and still be fairly like strong. But yeah, I think definitely a support pick. I kind of hope they don't just go straight in with 2 support picks, but obviously, unless they're coming out with a core here, like an offlaner or something that's going to be a counter to Shadow Fiend, then I don't know what they pick up here, and I think they feel the same.
I feel like it's usually Ringmaster for a Div 1 team in this scenario. Like, I think that's generally what people tend to fall back on.
I can see it coming out. I'll be honest though, I don't love it. I don't really like the sort of double caster support lineups very often. I think, obviously, Clockwork and Techies both out. They're going to come out with the Lich, actually. I don't know if I like this less.
So, this, in theory, supplies a lot of solo damage once he gets the shard up. Like, maybe this Lich is enough to kill the Shadow Fiend.
10
And if they
seconds
are
to
thinking
go.
about having this damage support, that says to me that not only are they playing for a
5
better laning
seconds.
stage, but they might also be looking to pick up a more of a controlling hero, or not having to force tweets to go this damage build on his hero.
Yeah, I mean, the Lich gives them a lot. Yeah, you're right. Very good in lane. I think the Rubik less so. There's the Tusk that I was thinking of before. I mean, like, Tusk
Yeah,
Shadow
Tusk,
Fiend
I
could
think,
be a
banned out.
horrendous lane, you know? Was Tusk banned out before? I think you're right. I think Tusk was banned out game
Yeah,
1.
banned out first phase, I believe, instead of the
10
techies, I
seconds
want to
to
say,
go.
or it was in first phase regardless. But
Yeah.
SF Tusk, I mean, this is at this point a classic lane.
It's
and
horrible
Not
because
much survives it.
SF doing good damage and Tusk just standing next to you, making it hurt all the more every time.
Yeah, there's a few heroes that can deal with this lane. There's a couple of heroes that can get over the shards to escape, Snap being the main one that comes to mind at the moment, but that is banned out.
Yeah. I mean, anything with some sort of like jump movement, right? Timbersaw.
Now,
Darkseer coming
we
through.
did see Wongs run a Darkseer into this combo and have a lot of success with it. So this
Pangolier.
potentially is partial block pick from Business Mice to pick this up.
Okay.
Darkseer being one of the better heroes into Shadow Fiend. Pangolier, another hero that can jump over the shards. So this is almost certainly a Pango pos 3 to play into this lane.
That would make a
And
lot of
pair that
sense.
with the Rubik.
Drow Ranger coming through for Rosie here on Myst-ery Machine. You know, can't fight fire with fire, turret with turret. It's kind of nice. The
Generally.
Tusk tries to run on top of you or something, or even the Darkseer, you just silence, say get away.
10 seconds to go.
Foul creature.
Yeah, pretty nice lane into Darkseer because you can tag that point in the silence to stop him surging away. So, in theory, the Lich Drow combo should be able to do very well against the Darkseer, I think.
Yeah, I think especially if whoever's on that Lich has the fast fingers attached. I don't know where I was going with that. Their tippy tappy gloves on, something like that, and can react fast enough. Do you know what I mean? If he's in range and the Darkseer tries to get away, as you're saying, like even regardless of that silence, in a sense, it's just let him cast a surge, grab him with the Sinister Gaze, and then especially early on, it's mostly timed out by the time that ends. I think I might have to check my facts on that one, but
one thing to consider here is that they might think maybe we want to run the Tusk now with the Darkseer, because Darkseer loves putting an eye on Shell on a melee support and letting him run at people.
true.
I think that's probably better than trying to force a second melee support with the Darkseer. Alternatively, in maybe a worse option, but something they could be considering is that they run a range support with the Darkseer, completely sack his lane, let him cut creeps, make some stacks for him, and then pick some kind of roaming hero.
Ooh, they are
But
going
it
to pick
seems
up
like
the
they're going for the
Disruptor.
previous option. They're going to lane
Yeah.
Disruptor Shadow Fiend,
I think that's a
and then
good
let
move.
the Tusk play 4.
Also looking for the
Yeah.
big lockdown here with the silence, get the kinetic field out as well.
Radiant's banned.
Gives them a bit of catch. Obviously, I think Pango just rolls straight through everything, so
Banned.
only so much you can do there, but I mean, look, Darkseer Disruptor, nice combo, right? Because Darkseer gets them all together, Disruptor holds them all there, and Shadow Fiend just does his little spinny dance in the middle, and everybody dies.
Radiant's banned. Dire's
Yeah, I think
pick.
a lot more synergy here on the Business Mice's team than the Myst-ery Machine team, mostly due to the supports
Yeah.
synergy.
But like, if you say synergy, some people would just call it like big team fight strat or something like that. And these things don't always come together. Like, their lanes are currently looking very nice. I think that is the big
10
thing.
seconds to go.
But I think also picking up that Rubik is just, that has made your lane a little weaker there on that front. And they come out last pick with the PL. They need a pos 3 on Myst-ery Machine. Last bans were on Primal and Underlord. I do think Underlord would have been really nice here. So,
This PL
Great
pick
ban.
is a very nice gotcha pick.
oh, hang on.
Because the
Yeah,
Shadow Fiend is so heavily expected to be this
The-
pos 1, you
yeah.
even pick the Tusk, the lane
5
for it.
seconds.
Like, it's such a huge bait.
Well,
I
They end up
hadn't
picking
even
the Drow
clicked.
Ranger,
let's see what they can
which,
do.
I mean, what a lovely twist to the end of the draft from Business Mice's. It looks like they've not only got Wisp strats, they've got other strats up their sleeves. And Tweets insta-locks this Leshrac, possibly the only thing that he plays that could supply the AoE damage for this PL.
Yeah, I don't know if he was maybe like looking at it already, but yeah, I mean they
I'd
they
be
need
doubtful.
something into the PL. I think the Pango gives them a little bit, I suppose, with the swashbuckle, right? But
A little bit, yeah, but it's still tricky.
I think this is looking a little bit worrying for the Drow, right? There is a lot to
Yeah.
get on top of the Drow. Tusk is going to pick up a blink. You're going to have Surge on the Darkseer, the Disruptor with the glimpse back. The PL is just going to come out of nowhere. Shadow
Shadow
Fiend.
Fiend likely gonna go, Blink,
Blink or Shadow Blade.
Sanjkaya.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything really at this
And
point.
you just don't have enough save. Like, if they get on top of the Drow, they're just on top of the Drow. You have zero way to stop that. You have a very slow stun coming out of Leshrac. You have the Sinister Gaze, but without the it's the Ags, right, for the big Sinister Gaze. Is that right?
AoE.
Yeah. You just, do you know what I mean?
it's
I
a
think
tricky
you're just
dragon.
lacking to keep the drow alive, which is, I think you're only, other than Leshrac getting ridiculously big, then you're only really win condition.
I totally agree. I think this Leshrac has to have a crazy performance in this game for them to have a chance.
But rather than judge it by our predictions, let's see what they have to show for themselves. Let's get into the game. So they haven't
Yeah, we
switched
can only
sides here,
hope
which is
that,
nice.
Nice for who?
For me, because I don't get them confused that they've swapped around.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. It's I suppose a lot of teams favor Radiant. I don't know how much this is still a thing. I think teams in the last patch used to just insta-lock Radiant, no cares.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of teams are now branching out towards back to
So,
first pick,
I've-
second pick preference.
I've talked about this quite a lot. I don't know what it's like necessarily in the pro stats, but especially, or like, you know, really top level immortal, but especially sort of in low to fairly high, like across the board, the stats are in favor that Radiant is better. Now, I don't think the map is unbalanced. I am of the opinion it is strongly psychological. You know, it's where the good guys were on the green side of the map for a lot of it. It feels nice, it's happy, it's light. Now, arguably, there's a point to be made for skins in this situation, but like, I don't think there's really, you know, there's also some people make the argument that it's left to right. So for Western cultures, it just feels correct.
That is an interesting point, I think. Like, I know Dota's pretty big in the Arabic-speaking region. I wonder if they're dire favored in their average stats.
Someone needs to do the research. Like, I need to know, really.
Get on that.
But yeah, I do think it is an interesting dynamic. But I mean, like, I've seen me and like people I know have such skewed things as like, you know, 55 or 58% win rate on Radiant and then like 40 on Dire or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, it can be really, really like massively skewed for what should be 50-50.
Both carries wailing on these offlaners.
Yeah. Not gonna care. They also didn't give us first blood, so we're gonna have to try and keep track of that one again, which is the bane of my casting existence. What do we think of this mid lane?
I'll try and help you with first blood. Myst's in trouble bot lane, he's gonna die.
Oh, we missed it!
That's how can you miss it? It's
He went down so fast.
Alright.
So much for the Radiant's courier.
I can describe the kill to you. They pressed shards and they had double iron shell and they clicked him.
Oh, sounds beautiful. Shards first is an interesting choice, I think, on Tusk. I think often you'd see a lot of people pick up tag team. Maybe just knowing they're going to have the damage from that ion shell, it's worth...
Yeah, he cut him off in the tree line with the shards, so...
Yeah.
I think, and I don't think you're generally going to get on top of these heroes down here. Double range into double melee.
True,
They're already looking to pull the waves behind the tower.
So anyway, as I was saying before we were rudely interrupted by Lich dying, what do we think of this mid matchup here?
I think it's looking pretty SF favored so far.
I think as soon as he leaves, he loses his tower, though. Like, if Emo ganks, I think his tower disappears. Well, that's a fair argument. Maybe his team will need him.
Top lane, they've hit level 2, they're going on Paddy.
Yeah, the Thunderstrike, the Blood Grenade's out. They pick up this kill, right? A lot of damage coming out from Amp, though, there with the Swashbuckle. Weetorm trying to chase it down. He's not going to get it. They're going to give away Bremix. Nope, Bremix with the Glibs has the Fairy Fire. Page now chasing him down. The Blood Grenade misses. He's not going to get him. It's not happening.
I don't think anything's gonna happen.
He's going the corner tight, though. Bremix went out wide.
It's so close.
It's about hitting the apex. This is basically F1. It's better than F1. Bremix is coming back round. He's going to get his clarity cancelled. The Thunderstrike's out. Page, he needs one more right click, but he goes to the lift. He gets the right click. Oh,
straight to bot lane.
That's the most exciting bit we've had the whole time. Down goes Maheshwara, but you know, who really cares about that when we've got such exciting duels going on from the supports?
Yeah, what a crazy 1v1.
It's all about the pathing. It's all about the pathing. You know, you got to hit the apex on those corners, or you're just not going to catch up. You know, maybe you get your support in front of your core, do a bit of a draft.
Bot lane again.
They just can't stop scrapping down here. Skipping rope coming back in with Myst-ery.
Almost hypnotizing gazes him over his own shards, which would have sealed his fate. Got to be careful with that one.
You know who'd have been really good here, actually, as a support for Myst-ery? Bane.
Breaking through the dire structures for now.
Because you can nightmare your teammate and get them out of shards by walking them through it. Bloom goes down as he's very deep under the tower there.
Maybe for that one situation, sure. Yeah.
But he's really strong right now. He's good picking up kills. He'd be good for dealing with the surge because same as the Sinister Gaze, but you're not locked down for it. Did pick up the kill on a Myst. I think he's dead here though, right? He's gonna go for it with the Ion Shell. Bloom
almost gets the
snowball.
2v1.
Here it comes. Finishes off the kill. It's a good bit of gold there going to Bloom.
Myst-ery has been very impressive in both games so far, and it's only 4 minutes into this one, so we'll see how that goes for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll see any fountain dives, but yeah, we can see some fairly strong gameplay still from this Darkseer. Especially if the... He does kind of need the... he needs the Radiant to get quite farmed, though, so that he actually has decent illusions to use.
That is true.
Well, I suppose there's an argument if they're weaker and the illusions are weaker, then it's pretty much the... Do you know what I mean? Like, is the wall of replicas pretty much always doing, like, the same? It's basically percentage-based damage because it's based on how strong the enemy is.
One could make that argument.
Anti refusing to accept if it is a good argument or not. It is being made. I think Bramix... No, we're not with Myst there. There it is. Frostblast coming from the trees. Weetorm now in trouble. Bloom's coming up. Could they catch out Amp here? Weetorm, though, going for Myst. Since the gate's coming out again, there's the snowball, though, finishing off Myst. And then Amp actually going down to Emo as he'd come back in, I think.
TP'd in.
Emo TP'd in. I'm not sure where Amp was stood that he got killed, but actually we can just check where he was stood when he died. Okay, right, that makes sense.
Yep. Does force Emo away from the mid lane, so Electra claims a free Illu rune.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there on the timing.
But still solidly ahead here on the Shadow Fiend.
I was just...
the wall was dropped.
It is. I don't know what... I mean, I'm guessing it just forced them away from the...
Yeah, scuffle on the fruit.
Leshrac actually goes down in the mid lane. I completely missed it due to the confusion about the wall, I'll say.
Yeah, I'll take responsibility for that one, but it looks like Leshrac just walked up to Shadow Fiend thinking that thinking he's all that.
Yeah, I assume we just blame Malou again as usual, but yeah, fair enough.
Oh, true.
We'll spread the blame. Yeah. Damn it, Malou.
Yeah, why would he change the camera?
Yeah, I mean, look, it feels like it's Malou's fault that we don't have like an AI camera, so.
He's wired in, and he's moved your mouse.
That is what happened. Oh, the double silence coming through. Putting the Frost Arm on himself on Myst and moving in on top of the heroes. They are snowballing Rosie here, but in comes Tweets, picking himself up a double kill there with the Edict. And
Lift
the pulse.
on top lane, Bramix.
I don't think they get anything here.
Just not enough.
It's not enough catch,
still not
right?
level 6 on Amp.
I think even once do you know what I mean? You can chase it down. He probably picks up Bramix, depending on Bramix's like movement.
Myst come through the gate.
There's Sinister Gaze though. Myst doesn't last very long. The Frost Armor though does give them the opportunity to chase down Bramix, negate some of that tower damage. Weetorm sitting off to the side. He's a bit low to really try anything, but Amp is getting really low off that illusion. Surely Weetorm doesn't commit for it. Look at the supports. He comes forward to the creep wave, and the supports just swarm in on him. Looks tasty. Speaking of tasty, runes being picked up in the mid lane. It's an invis for Emo on the SF. He's going to pop it, move top.
Oh, this could be a disaster.
Oh,
for the
Amp, what are
Myst-ery
you doing?
machine.
He's hanging around. He's so low. Bramix coming in. There's the glimpse. There's the Thunderstrike, and that Q coming
Emo
out
might get
of
paid.
the PL. He does get caught under the Sentry here.
Nice
Don't see any
sentry.
rotations coming in, though. I don't think they can catch too much, unfortunately. So, yeah, I think Emo getting made on the Sentry does negate any further kills. But they still pick up the Pangolier. Just unfortunate for Emo that he wasn't there in time to help, and he wasn't really needed anyway.
I mean, these small rotations that he is making are allowing Tweets to catch back up.
Hey, look,
In
I said it.
theory, I think as Shadowfiend, you don't want to be making these moves, but
Yeah. I think that early one where he went top was great. I think when he picked up the Invis rune, he maybe got a bit of rune fever, you know? Like feeling the need to use it.
Maheshwara
He's been slowed, he's been
drops the
silenced now, and oh, he's just so fast on the Leshrac.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
Yeah, I might have cursed Maheshwara, but still making a go of it. Top net worth in the game, actually. I take that back. I don't regret praising him.
Well, you're lying again, Anti, because oh no, never mind.
Am
He
I?
is top again. In the time
He's
it
dead
took
and
me
he
to
just
call
overtook
fake
Rosie.
news,
Explain that, Falcus.
He's got an ion shell on something. That is actually, I think, might be the case. He probably did get a couple of last hits.
It might be, yeah.
God, not everything's a
looking for Rosie
conspiracy.
again.
By
Potentially on
they, it's
Bloom.
just Bloom.
This tower's so low, though. I think maybe Bloom's looking for the tower.
Yeah, I mean, like, he needs to be careful, though. Like, a Sinister Gaze followed up by a Silence, and he's not going to outrun the Drow
Yeah,
with the
it's too
Frost Arrows. So,
scary, right?
yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a bold move. Yeah, so as we were saying before, you know, I said it earlier. I'm not going to say I called it because I think you made an absolutely fair point that SF just stays and farms mid lane, but he has left a few times, and this has given space to the Leshrac. Honestly, I think the fact that Leshrac has moved so much as well, he's picked up a couple of kills bot, so, you know, he has helped out his carry and made some space, maybe, trying to shut down Maheshwara and not end up in the same position as last game. But they could have got that mid tower and opened up the board a bit. As Amp going down in the top lane once again.
They've made a little bit of stacks for Tweets, but I really think that Tweets just has to have an exceptional game here. And so far, it's not happening.
Am I the only one who's feeling a little bit of deja vu?
Similar to the Tiny situation, where he has to
Kind of the whole
carry the early mid game.
game, I guess. Rosie on a late game carry, pushed out of lane, trying to find space to farm. Maheshwara playing very aggressive, running deep, making a lot of space for his team. Emo sort of doing some good work early, then retreating to farm. You know, Weetorm just having a good time. It's all very similar to the story that we sold last game.
And with the roll,
This could be a kill here. Weetorm going to have to play to escape. Glimpse back in onto Myst. Doesn't quite get the kill. They do take down Weetorm there. Snowball coming through here. This is a bold play from Bloom, and I think he's going to pay the price. Surely there's no he gets out. They don't quite connect with the stun on the Leshrac. They're actually giving up. They're not going to catch him. He's gonna make it out.
a lovely lit shot there.
Maheshwara is even
Excuse
taking
kill.
the same camps that he took at this time last game.
Hell yeah. Just efficient play from Maheshwara. It's staying very high net worth.
They're dragging the heroes in to deal with him once again, and they're
Myst
going to
is
have
here,
to do
though.
so. But in mid, looks like they're going to pick up Tweets. They are going to pick it up. Bloom very low, will fall to the Edict and at the tower. Blood Grenade there, I think, finishing off Bramix, and they even pick up Maheshwara for their trouble. So they do trade Tweets for it, but all in all, complaining about 3 kills, maybe a little bit.
Top lane looks like Amp is getting dived by Weetomi.
I mean, once again, Amp is just really struggling here. He's got that Mage Slayer queued up, but he's just finished his boots. Down he goes once again to
Just
Weetorm.
get the return?
I don't
think so.
He doesn't have W for a little while here, but I think Myst does need to be careful in case he just turned and started hitting him. Although
They've
the
got a
rotations
Tweets
are
turned up.
coming in. Tweets is here. There's the kill. He just had no escape.
A tricky one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he should have ran up instead of down, but sod's law, it wouldn't have gone any better.
The greed for this kill on this poor Pangolier.
It's poor Pangolier. Yeah, I mean, look, barely above the supports, really. 400 gold in it. They do pick up a nice little gold swing there, though. I think, you know, they're chipping away at this net worth lead at the moment, a little better than they were last game, so...
Yeah, it's not too out of control so far. Relatively even. Fights are kind of going back and forth.
We got to remember, there was, what was the max net worth lead last game? Was it like 9k or something, I think, before, like, the sort of, the turn and the almost comeback? Like, they were pretty far behind before they turned this around, and... They've got a similar enough setup that if they don't let them get that big lead in the first place, then Myst-ery has a lot better chance to bring this back. Silence isn't going to land because of the snowball. Stun goes out, and he's actually nicely onto that creep that is a mile away. There's the blink on Bloom. I think that might have been revealed, but I'm not sure if he'd already used it in that mid-fight.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
Yeah, stolen glimpse there, setting up for a potential kill, but I mean, lovely play there from Bloom, getting the snowball onto the creep wave.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure who he was snowballed to, but then you just see the creep wave wandering away because it's lost aggro on everything, and you're going, oh my. Like, you know, if it's coincidence, then very lucky. If it's not, then very well played. Benefit of the doubt.
Snipes this wisdom rune in the top in the meantime.
Very nice. And clearly there's just sort of a precedent set for Dire players to sit in this area of the map.
Yeah, at the least Bramix has a TP.
This is true, actually. Oh my, I didn't even think about the fact of WeTorm not having a TP before. I was just so focused on its
cooldown. It was 20 seconds cooldown.
Right, okay. Unfortunate then, I suppose. Shiva's being worked on for Darkseer as Maheshwara finishes up the reps.
Completed.
Bloom blinks in, doesn't quite get the catch, unfortunately. Just throw out scouting shards. Maheshwara going in deep and warding. You know, this is something we probably don't see enough, right? Is, you know, if you've got an offlaner in this position, I'm not saying they have to buy the sentries, but give them the sentries and let them go in and deward for you.
I mean, even the Orb Sword here you're seeing, yeah, I mean, I like this. Take over the area and then make it your area.
Yeah, I mean, he's already going to farm here. You might as well just let him do the dewarding as well. Let him take the risk because he's going to be able to get away. You're not necessarily going to have that luxury on either of your supports.
And he's just cutting the wave again.
He's having a great time, you
know?
know?
Top lane, Am's in trouble.
Does get off the roll, which could be really big. Myst is behind, but without anything really to bounce off and not a lot of mana on tweets. They're going to decide to use that roll as an escape.
They're trying to find stragglers.
It's TP'd out on the Pango, though, so stragglers could be in trouble. Rosie is just sitting up there on that high ground. I think we might see the blink in from Bloom here. There's Emo going in. There goes Bloom, but the team is behind him. Whether they can get this kill or not, I don't know. Bloom goes down. They do get the kill onto Tweets with the shards, but now they might get Emo as well. They managed to get the kill onto the Pangolier. Rosie is behind. Emo managing to walk out. There's the Requiem on death. Does secure them the kill onto Rosie, but does mean that they lose Emo for it. WeTorm coming in, though, wanting to get value out of this fight for his team. Looking to chase down Myst. Myst with that wand is going to heal up a little bit. Meanwhile, Paid getting the kill onto Bramix. Myst needs this to get any value, and there it is. But I still think, all in all, surely that's gotta still be coming up fairly decent for the Radiant. Not as much as I thought, though. But 500 net exchange in favor of the Dire.
Yeah, and that is part of that's going to the PL, and I do think if PL gains a significant net worth lead over any of the other cores, it's a pretty fun PL game to play.
Yeah. Oh no! Tweets on the cliff!
He's been clipped by Maheshwara.
Maheshwara with a beautiful vacuum there. Blink down from Tweets though, as he's not really able to keep the damage up to keep that on cooldown. Amp going in. There's a snowball from the Rubik. How dare you use my own spells against me? And I think he blinked out there. Where the hell did he go? We're going to keep an eye on the rest of this fight. He went south, okay, and doesn't quite make an escape, but does sort of distract the team for a little while. Maybe they can pick up Amp here. Bramix running to the other side of him. There's the glimpse back. Emo now looking to get some damage down. There's the Razors, Thunderstrike, and Blink up from Emo, finishing off that kill onto the Pangolier. Vacuum back, does get Tweets and Myst. Steal from Paid. Is it Paid? You called him Paddy earlier. Is this an inside thing that I should be aware of, or?
I think that's just his name, as far as I know.
Right, okay.
It's an inflection of his name as his tag.
Oh, I think this is doom
Speaking of
for
stolen back.
the Disruptor. Does drop the ult, doesn't catch anyone in it, and they are going to go in
Mitchell.
even deeper, but there is the Chain Frost. Can they
He
pick up the
tosses it
kill?
back.
Maheshwara running away. Down goes Emo. Maheshwara goes down to Paid. Does pick up a kill onto Myst.
That was a
I don't
messy
even know just
one.
what happened there. Yeah, the creeps being in there from the little, you know, swamp dweller camp or whatever they're called.
Croakers?
Croakers? Croakers?
That's the one. I
Is there a
think.
requirement for the sort of Yorkshire accent as well? Or the sort of Somerset accent? I don't know where that accent was. Croakers, you must be kidding. Yeah, it's Somerset, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't think it's a requirement. But
It really, I don't know if it was intentional. It really came through there, Antti. I'm telling you.
it's odd because I'm not from anywhere near that region. But
Yeah, it's just coming through. There's some sort of hidden lineage here.
Possibly I just like the sound of it.
It's very
A bit of
Hagrid as well,
Accent work.
you know, from the films.
I'll try and warm up the Obama for the next time.
Krogers?
I say,
We ain't got any Krogers at Hogwarts.
That is, yeah, sure, sure, Falkers.
Malfoy doesn't know what he's talking about Krogers. Right, are they Croakers? Let's actually check.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
isn't
Croaker,
it?
Croaker,
Yeah.
and Marsh Mage. The Marsh Mage is the nicknamed Ravage Creep.
Creates a bubble barrier. No, it's not that one. It's
Is
a
it?
different one.
Oh, maybe it's like
The regular croakers have the tendrils of the deep.
Oh, he's the Ravage Creep. Oh my god, I feel like I've done them a great disservice. I'm gonna have to donate to some sort of, you know. Oh, well, we already have like an RSPC day, don't we? No, yeah. Well, Society for
Yeah, that's one.
Protection.
I mean,
Oh,
the
protection and
RSPCC
care
is
of
usually
animals.
for children,
Yeah,
but we
and
could
that's a-
change that to croaker, couldn't we?
Yeah, I mean, are we bothered about the children really?
Not as much as the croakers, clearly.
Maybe after my, you know, insensitive comment, this is just the sacrifice Great Britain has to make.
Have we managed to put another one on the list of times where you have to put out a statement
Oh,
saying
sorry,
that
yeah.
all your views are your own?
The views and opinions expressed by the casters in this stream are purely those of the individual and do not in any way represent the views or opinions of Dota 2 Ireland as a whole. I think I'm getting
My
better at
views
that.
completely represents the opinions of Taylor Dota.
I mean, to be fair, look, you're an admin. Like, I think, yeah, you're high enough up in the company that
wouldn't
you
go
got to be
that
careful
far.
about what you say. You're not an admin? Am I misquoting here? I can't look because I can look because your camera's not up, so it's fine.
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
an admin
sorry,
in
you're not in the-
Discord,
you're not an
but,
admin.
you know, I've built up a lot of goodwill.
He's not an
So-
admin. He's a very naughty boy.
What is happening? Is the pause breaking your brain, or is it the heat wave that we're currently experiencing?
I think it's the heat and the like. I've had about an hour and a half nap before the cast today, and other than
You
that,
did
I
tell
haven't
me you were
slept.
tired coming into this, and I was like, this doesn't feel like that kind of energy I was expecting.
Well, I am just very big on, do you know what I mean, movie references. It's just sort of the random stuff that comes into my brain.
It's I mean, it's good. It fills the time in the void of this pause, as the the train's delayed again. What's
Do we,
happened there?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, to fill people in, the original delay was because Amp's train had been cancelled, I believe. Do we know whereabouts his train was, roughly? Like,
I'm not sure.
country?
I don't have that
Ireland?
information.
Great Britain? Wales? Scotland?
I assume
Somerset?
I assume England from
Yeah.
the rest of the stack. Yeah.
I mean, look, the trains in the UK are absolutely atrocious, and especially in England, they are the worst of them all.
Plus. Alright, we're rolling back into it.
Carry on.
Plus, I mean, it's probably because it's hot that they've just panicked on the rails and have done nothing. Bloom possibly going to get caught out, but in is Weetorm. Looking to take down Amp here, but does have the Glimmer put on him by Myst along with that Frost Armor, so that's going to secure his safety this time. Maheshwara looking to run down Rosie once again. Does get the silence out, but not before that Wall of Replica is played. Little vacuum there, dragging in Paid as well. The Requiem of Souls coming out of Rubik. Did that connect there? I don't think it does a lot of damage anyway, because Rubik doesn't have any souls, but
it
does get the
if
fear.
you're right on top of them.
Oh, okay.
I think it steals Shadow Fiend's current souls, or like the amount when you steal it.
Souls that
like
time of steal. Maheshwara lifted, dragged back, but beautiful play here from Bramix. He's going to keep Maheshwara alive there, I think. Unfortunately, can't save his fellow support, but does secure them the kill on to Tweets. Rosie coming through, though, picking up Bramix, but on the back line, it's Emo rotating in. There's the Chain Frost. It's going through the creep wave, though, so it might not be as strong this time, at least as long as it doesn't bounce to Maheshwara, and he bring it back over. Going for the vacuum there, trying to get rid of the teleport, but unable to cancel it, and Emo a little bit slow on that blink in. Not that Emo could cancel it anyway. Well, maybe with Requiem, but it's a long cast time for it.
Yeah, a little bit. This is, I mean, I don't know. This is kind of going as expected. I think it's a tough game for the Leshrac, and the Leshrac had to have a great game for this to go.
Amp is somehow alive here. Bloom managed to blink too far up and get stunned. Going to clear out the creep wave instead. Meanwhile, on mid, Rosie is actually going to be found or find Weetorm, you know? Not sure which way it's going yet. Oh, and Maheshwara gets cliffed, but he cliffs Paige straight back! It's the Battle of the Cliffs. Maheshwara does go down, but, you know, the disrespect, it goes back and forth here.
What a funky situation.
You know what? Funky is a great way to describe that.
Smoke move here from the Shadow Fiend and Tusk duo. Tweet is showing.
Oh, the blink away.
Nice
I think
blink.
maybe Emo just going a little early there. Bloom gonna get lifted, dragged in deeper. There's the Sinister Gaze. Amp coming through. Weetorm throws up an illusion, but that's all he wants to commit. Nope. He sees them back off from the illusion. He's gonna go in, committing quite a lot. There's Bramix with the glimpse back, and that Static Storm coming down onto Amp. Snowball through. Silence from the low ground from Rosie, though. Weetorm in trouble. Down goes Weetorm, and now Emo's on the cliff. Oh, the Sinister Gaze is dragging him down. Myst seems like a misplay, but did lock him down long enough to get the kill. Bramix going to be the lone survivor. They do steal the glimpse, but Rubik's going to be glimpsed back too far to use it. They're going back in. Maheshwara is here, and he says, supports, don't worry, I'm here, and we're going. And I'll sacrifice you quite gladly for some kills for myself, as Tweets picks up Bloom over Maheshwara to pick up Tweets.
Amp stuck.
Glimpse back, no more roll. Does get up onto the high ground with the swashbuckle, but there is the kinetic field. Kinetic field, that's the one.
Yep.
And Amp dies.
I
mean, look, really long fight there.
Yeah.
Look at the goal. It's looking pretty even. I don't know if it's necessarily caught everything. I think we're in a pretty similar place to we were before that fight. The gold distribution might have spread around a bit more. Everybody has gained a bit. But I think in terms of balance, not much has changed.
Look, they managed to kill the PL, which was impressive. They got enough nukes and control onto him. Rosie able to hit for free from the low ground.
I mean, the silence was huge. Just Rosie from the low ground. The gust coming through. Yeah, insane.
And then Paid, getting a lot of big steals. Able to cliff the Shadow Fiend was massive for the fight. And they're rolling it into maybe another kill here in the bot lane.
He is fast. He is silenced, but he is fast. Bramix is here as well. I think he's safe here. They actually might turn because Emo's rocked up.
Once Emo's got the BKB secured in his inventory, it is flying out on the courier right now. I think once again we're going to see a big change in the dynamics of the fight. So if he can just BKB blink on top of the Drow or the Lesh and pop the ult,
I mean, look,
it's going to be too hard.
We've nearly got a BK up on Tweets in return, so that could be something. Tormentor being taken here, 24 minutes, so a little bit late, but honestly thought it was later. Can't believe this has only been 24 minutes of Dota. It's been crazy.
Felt like a long one. We did start a little late. We are past the 2-hour mark here.
I'm having a great time. I think this is some quality Dotes.
It's a good series, yeah. And
Actually,
once again, like even though they're on the back foot, I can see them making this comeback.
I mean, look, is it as much of a back foot as it was last game? I think they've got better supports to deal with it. You know, they're not as focused on the saves necessarily with the ringmaster or something. You know, they've got the big team fight ults available. The Rubik can steal whatever he wants, really. And I think we. Sorry, go on.
I'm just not convinced that if they have equal farm and Wetami doesn't get perfectly 0 to death, then they have a chance. I'm just not convinced.
No, I think I absolutely agree. I think it honestly, they are taking Roche now, so that might cause more trouble in the form of Weetorm. But I think it's all on Rosie to get the silence, which sounds crazy, but. You know, it's an AoE silence, so as long as they know that the correct PL is in the mix, they can get it. But lining that up is very hard. I do think they got lucky with the positioning of the fight last time.
They will have the Ags flying out for the Drow soon, I think. And that does give her a little bit of AoE. I'm not quite sure how that works with the Illus. Like, is she able to just click some PL Illus and it spreads it?
Damage, frustrated to the health restoration. If an enemy dies with hypothermia stacks, they burst a deal. Yeah, it's just an enemy. Count solutions, I think. So yeah, that might be really good. I've always just seen it as sort of pseudo-Scardy. Which it is, but, you know, don't think I noticed the AoE thing, really. Every day's a school day. Or better than a school day, because we're learning about Dota instead of biology.
Woohoo! Yeah, yippee!
It's crazy that biology was the worst option I could think of there. You know, I'm not going to have a dig at maths, but...
Big TP rotation coming up top. Did they spot Tweets on the wave? He was farming up here.
But not anymore.
To TP himself out of there.
Yeah, he's all the way back in the fountain. Back to the fountain.
Space created.
I mean, arguably, yeah, it's a big TP back. It's always something I feel a lot of teams are hesitant to do, and for this exact reason, that you TP back, you give up space on the map, you don't get anything from it. But equally, I mean, look, they're pretty firmly set right now. Maybe they're quite happy. They back off, and Myst-ery Machine gets a little too comfortable. You know, comes out a little too far. And then they look for the turn, the big catch.
Do find the vision. They are smoked up behind Rosie. And they're looking for the wrap.
By the way, Mouse did say in chat that he reckons it is based on the number of souls at time of steal. So it is, souls at time of steal. Satos?
Rosie shows on the wave.
There's the silence already out, and I think this is going to be big trouble as the Requiem comes through, popping that fear. Rosie unable to escape to the high ground. It is going to go down. Weetorm now picking up Mist, and the Chain Frost is out, but only onto Maheshwara. Emo on the run, though. Tweet's doing big damage here. They are going to get the kill, but as he's right on top of him when he dies, that Requiem is going to finish him off. Weetorm now very low. He's going to pop that Aegis there with a well-timed swashbuckle from Amp. Paid, putting more people on the high ground. The disrespect cliffing more. He is going to have to TP out, which is going to send him back. Looking for a swift kill from Amp there, but not quite able to secure it. And everyone going to back away. I mean, you know, definitely a good fight for Business Misers, but...
It's not over, Falcus.
Like, oh, no! Oh, no!
He finds it.
Down goes Amp again. Oh, Amp is not having a good day.
Yeah.
His train gets cancelled. They have to delay the game. Then he gets here. Then he gets killed a bunch.
Yeah, not fun one for Amp, really, this series at all.
I hope he's got something nice for dinner or something, you know? Like, I just think he needs that little pick-me-up.
News just in. Gruel for dinner for Amp today.
Oh, no. Well, that's going to be it, isn't it? It's going to be news just in. Amp falsely accused of crime, arrested, Gruel in jail for dinner.
True. And the crime might be drunk driving on this Pangolier.
I mean, look. I can't even remember what I was going to say now. That's gone out of my head. Oh, I
No
remember
worries.
now.
We can move on.
Never mind. You know, maybe this isn't. It's not Caster's curse on Amp. He's actually been cursed. There's some sort of witch's curse on him.
I mean,
I don't know who's
Irish.
upset.
There are a few Irish curses floating about in Irish League. Sky used to have one.
Look, I do believe, you know, there is a certain people who are generally accused of, you know, witches and witchcraft and cursing, but I'm not sure what the PC term is, so I'm just going to refrain from saying it.
So we have been calling him Amp, but this is actually Sky underscore, who previously had an Irish curse put on him.
Oh, wow.
We thought it had worn off, but maybe it's
not.
not the case.
And mid tower is looking in danger here. Emo just using the illusion, sitting off to the side here. He is going to have to step in, I think, to finish it off for himself. Doesn't have the backup of Maheshwara here, but neither is Tweets here, although he can obviously TP back a lot quicker than... well, you know what, actually, Maheshwara runs pretty fast, so who knows? Or skips pretty fast, as the case may be, depending on the emote cooldown.
I'll be honest, I would have loved to see the Ags on Maheshwara this game. I think just the extra bit of lockdown, the ability to punch some of these heroes off of him.
Yeah, I mean, the Bloodstone pickup is kind of interesting. Yeah, he's gone for survivability off, like, the Ion Shells, which is certainly an interesting choice, I feel. I mean, maybe I'm wrong here. I mean, look, do I want to judge him? He's clearly a hell of a gamer.
True. Maybe this is the play against the Leshrac, right? You can pop the Ion Shell and just pop the Bloodstone and you don't die next to a Leshrac.
Yeah.
But he's got a BKB on Lesh.
Chat asking for the lore on the Sky underscore rebrand. I don't know if it's a full rebrand. His pro name is down as Amp, so that's what he shows up as here, but his Steam profile is still Sky underscore, I do believe. As I did check when we got into the lobby, well, when he got into the lobby, because I thought it could have been a stand-in, and that the trains had, you know, never come through.
Yeah, uncertain about this one.
I mean, look, I gave up trying to work out who people were necessarily a while ago when they changed their names constantly. I just call them by whatever their name is in the actual game.
In
they go. The silence coming through under the drought this time, actually. I think there's the stun. Massive wall of replica and Emo in behind. That is just such a huge combo coming through for them. We said it in the draft that they had it, whether they'd pull it off. Do you know what? This role is doing some good work. Weetom having to make a run for it. Does still have that Mage Slayer on him. Through comes this Chain Frost. They do pick up Amp there. And it's going to be the supports surviving for Myst-ery Machine. They only unfortunately pick up the one kill. Down goes one. Maheshwara says, no survivors. I don't care if you're in your base. I'm not sure he cares if they're in their fountain. He's coming in, and he's looking for the kill. There's the surge. There's the Ion Shell. And obviously that Bloodstone doing big work, keeping him alive, because otherwise why would he have bought it? Paid with the buyback. Yeah, he's never picking that up.
There's no way he kills Maheshwara.
I mean, look, maybe he thought he had more support from his team.
The bristleback.
Maybe he thought he had the support of his team, you know? Maybe he thought they'd buy... If he led the way, they'd buy back as well. There'd be this big fight where they killed Maheshwara.
Wetormy dropped very low in this fight. In fairness, Sky's role was pretty good. Doesn't manage to find the last hit onto Wetormy, so lives on a sliver of health. But maybe could have kept the net worth swing under control there, finding that kill.
No, I mean,
instead,
it's where Rosie was sat, right? Like, if they take Rosie out right at the beginning of that fight, it's really, really rough.
It's difficult.
You know, she was sat quite far up. No, but they brought everybody in to try and help, and all that ended up was they all ended up in the Static Storm, the Wall of Replica, the Requiem of Souls, like...
Yeah.
It's bad news bears all round.
Yeah, some lovely big circles on the floor gameplay. You love to see it.
I do just want to highlight, because I did wonder about it there, whether or not they have the Ags on Disruptor, and they do. So that'll have meant that once that Static Storm went down, if your BKB wasn't popped, your BKB wasn't popping.
I mean, what BKB for Rosie is the question there. It's still
well, that'll be true. I think I'm more looking at Tweets here.
True, yeah.
who did dive rather quickly. But you know, because I was expecting a lot out of that BKB.
What is
but
Maheshwara doing?
whatever he wants.
Again.
It's Maheshwara's game. We're just playing it.
It feels like very true words.
I mean, look,
in this
regardless
series,
of if he's, you know, necessarily like, you know, you can argue about whether he's doing the best, who the best player in the game is, who's the MVP, like all of this stuff. I honestly think he's having the most fun, and that makes him the biggest
with a
winner,
build
by
like
my
this
opinion.
and just diving constantly, I'd agree.
But look what he did last time. Oh, the Walrus kick out. Tweets with the BKB. Down goes the Static Storm once again, along with the wall of replicas. Tweets in big trouble. Does go down. They do pick up Bloom, though, on the side of the Radiant. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though, as Rosie is getting clicked down. He's going to get back up onto that big iceberg and manage to get the click down onto Maheshwara, along with a bit of help from the Chain Frost. This is going to look like another high ground hold here. Weetorm in on the mid, though. They do get the silence. Tweets is brought back. Can they get the kill? The silence doesn't feel like it's going to last long enough. Manages to dodge a bit of damage there, but can't quite get far enough away. And Rosie getting the kill there onto Weetorm. Is this it? Money on the drow. Gold aplenty. How big is the swing? I'm going to say it's not big enough, but it's still nice that they hold that high ground and get some kills for Rosie.
Small is the answer to your question.
Hey, look. Every little helps.
I almost want to take my headset off, Val, because I'm annoyed. These teams, they're just managing to find ways to throw that I couldn't imagine.
It's insane. I mean, look, I actually don't know quite what went wrong there. They just didn't get on top of the drow, right? And then I think they got a bit scared because of this change. I mean, look, we're saying the net worth exchange isn't that much. Look at it in the actual fight recap. That's for the buyback. Yeah. Like, that's absolutely obscene. I think the net worth was just so high in the first place. But yeah, I think they got a bit scared of the Chain Frost, right? But then Rosie looked like she was going to back, then turned around, and then I think they just got confused. Maheshwara got slowed. I mean, look, not having a BKB yet is criminal.
Buyback.
Yes.
The Tweets buyback forced them to have to retreat. But then there's just no excuse for Wetomi on the PL to just go up to the high ground after that's happened.
In my mind, I was thinking that high ground, that buyback came out a lot later. Oh, the steal! He's got the snatch! He goes down immediately, but the steal could have kept them going strong in this game. And with the roll, there is no chance he escapes here on the Tusk. But what a gamer move!
I mean,
I'm going to say the line, MC. I'm going to say the line.
Okay, say it.
Somebody clip that.
What a move by Bloom. Seals the deal for his team effectively. Like, without an Aegis on this Lash Rack, I think they were trying to get this because he's got no buyback.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, Wetomi, you know, accepts that he kind of fed a bit on this high ground, gave the chance. But you can't always get what you want.
Oh, the who are you?
I mean,
such a comeback. I do like the who are you. It's such a petty one, but it is so frustrating if it is like, you know, done correctly. Like if you actually don't know the other person that well. I love a bit of trash talk though, you know.
They should know them after this series because they're diffing them a little bit. It looks like.
I mean, look, a little bit, but they're still holding barracks here, right? They've lost one tier 3, another one insanely low, so he's very close to falling, but still in this. It's not like, you know, there's a big argument, as you're right, to say they want the Aegis, possibly on the Leshrac, possibly on the Drow. I think the Leshrac is a good shout because of the buyback, and they want to then be able to use that to play a little more aggressively during the buyback cooldown. But as long as they don't screw anything up here, they're still in the game. There's no Aegis available for the 1v9. He's got a BKB now. I don't see why he can't do this. They're going to get the kill onto Paid there. Bloom is somewhat behind him. He's got his illusions from the wall of replica. He's like, I don't need a team. I've got my own team.
He's got his own team.
Absolute madness here. They only picked up Paid on the Rubik, right? So it is still defendable here.
No,
but is that going to change? In they go. Down goes Rosie. Down goes Tweets. Buyback coming through from the Drow. Tweets actually not down yet. He does have that BKB, but he is going to fall regardless. Amp going in deep. Rosie picking up 2 kills. Can they chase the silence coming through onto Maheshwara? Bramix in the back. Myst now jumping in. Weetorm coming up from the side. In he comes straight in onto Rosie. Can he do this? Can he take
Have they got
this
anything left?
solo? He's got Bramix with him somewhat, but Rosie here, the silence is on cooldown. Gets up onto that high ground with the iceberg though. The lift, they drag him closer though. What are we doing, Paige? Your carry's about to die. Down goes Rosie. Weetorm is taking this game in the palm of his many, many hands. The tip coming out from Bloom. Weetorm now gonna look for the racks. No, he wants the kills. He's bloodthirsty. Massive hypnotize coming through, but it's not going to be enough. Amp with another roll, but Weetorm is just going to hit him down as he tries to roll away. The Thunderstrike as well. The E-Blade popped on Bramix. Not wanting to risk being killed here. There's the glimpse back. There's going to be no safety for Amp. And Weetorm picks up the rampage as GG is called from Myst-ery Machine.
God damn, what a finish. And the PL reigns victorious above all other heroes in the game.
I mean, yeah,
what an initiation, what a start to the fight from the Darks here, but I mean, when you've got a farmed PL in a draft like this, it was a nasty last pick.
Yeah, talk about having your thunder stolen. Like, Myst-ery the whole game, playing up front, playing this like aggressive role, running them down, making all this space. But what are we all going to remember? It's the rampage from Weetorm, right?
Yep. Yep, for sure. Or maybe the double cliff incident. That was a good one.
Oh, that was excellent, to be fair. Yeah. I mean, look, the whole game, I'm going to do the thing.
Hands up.
No, you're not getting it? Is this not the thing? Am I doing it wrong? I'm down with the kids. This is the thing.
Sure.
Chat's going to know this is the thing. In 2 minutes' time, they're going to get the thing.
What's happening here?
Oh, I wouldn't be doing that. Come on. I want to remove you from the call just for saying that. Yeah, we're above that. Chat's going to get it. Chat's going to get it. I know they are. Right. Do we have anyone we can talk to? Can we get someone from Business Mice in?
I mean, potentially we can have a look.
Hey, look, we don't have to. I know there was another game after us. I don't know if that's been moved now.
They are both live at the moment.
Okay.
So we could, well, we'll rate them after we're done, but we could look for an interview if you'd like to.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice. Have a little chat to someone on Business Mice if they're around. Oh, I forget. I can't. Never mind. Sorry, I'm leaking the Discord again. Whoops-a-daisy. Been a bit of a mess. Bit of a rogue one. Have a look at these graphs.
Myst-ery in general, potentially.
Oh, let's just steal him, right? Are we waiting for consent? Or I'm just gonna
we've got it. We've got the consent.
There we go. Consent has been achieved. Hello, Myst-ery. Welcome to the cast. I don't know what's going on with the cameras right now. We're just gonna have to take a little bit of an L on this one. That's just how it's gonna be. Sorry. What a series. Some phenomenal Dota. I will spoil it a little bit for you that at one point I do believe I said the line, "It's Myst-ery's game, we're all just playing it."
Oh, well, at what game? I mean, the first one or the second one?
I think both. Like, you just had an absolute... Look, I said after I'd said that, right, that it's not that, I'm guaranteeing you're definitely the best player, or that, I'm saying anyone else is bad or anything like that. But what I do think is it looked like you were having the most fun of anybody in those two games.
To be honest, I believe I really played bad to both of the games. I don't know, especially when I slept like 3 hours, and especially like lately, I've been feeling like I've been playing, I've been having a lot of fun, and because of that, I'm feeding a lot, as you can see. Because usually, like, I have like 3 days, not like 10 days. But this was an awful game. But if you see from this standpoint, maybe. But people are telling me that I'm playing like a crazy guy, like Bristleback, Darkseer. I also like DP and Necro. That may be because of my hero pool, and because that's how I express myself.
I mean, look, you're definitely playing like a main. I think we called you a maniac in game
one.
It
was
in
a couple times.
Yeah. And I really respect it. It was unfortunate it went wrong for you. How was the reaction of the team after you died for the fountain dive that first time?
Oh well, they really hated me. They told me, "Why the hell are you diving fountain? Can you just destroy towers? You maniac! Stop it! Stop it!" I'm telling them, I just want to have some fun, guys. What the hell? Um, and
I mean,
I've been feeling that they wanted to kill me at this point because that's how I play. Sorry.
I mean, look, whether or not your team wanted to kill you, like we definitely saw that the other team wanted to kill you. I think Myst-ery Machine were honestly spending a lot of their game trying to shut you down. Like, I hope you've got the little space created text chat thing on your like wheel so that you can spam it out because you're definitely worthy of doing so.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't have this like phrase. The only have one is "ratatatata." You dead? Maybe I should spell it a little bit more. It's an old one, but maybe I'll buy this phrase.
Amazing.
It's a
No,
good one.
I think the space crate it's just a base one. It's like stun now or go here. Like there's some like standard like they're not voice lines. They're just little things that come up in chat. So you can quickly say them. So obviously the first game, the bristleback obviously went very, very well. You guys first picked that IO, which then comboed so nicely with your own hero, and then ran the SF in the safe lane that game. Was there a plan to just run that SF back in game 2, or was it always sort of thinking it was going to be mid?
To be honest, we also all the time have this flex pick, so SF, IO, some other heroes that we have. So we, at some point we thought that say that okay, Shadowfiend is really good, we can take it them mid, but if they're gonna take some really good mid hero or offlane hero, we can just swap the heroes because like both of our cores play Shadowfiend, so it was just a good idea to start with Shadowfiend because well, at worst case scenario, we have a cure for our mid.
Yeah.
At the same time, I mean, our all of my heroes are pretty good with the heroes or with the Shadowfiend. I mean, Bristleback or Darkseer. I also have some heroes. That's better not to spoiler them. So, and it just an awesome gameplay when you can your first peak like or mid and all the time kind of guarantee that or you're gonna have a good game.
Yeah. What was the thing that draft that like stopped you guys putting it on carry then? Like when was that decision made? What was the pick that scared you?
That scared you? Well, it was not like we were scared. We just saw that okay, there's a really good PL game, so why not
Yeah.
to pick PL? Yeah, well, we didn't expect to like see Lashrak last picked, or so at the same time that was like one of the mistakes. But yeah, we just saw a better pick than for our carry than for our mid. That's it.
Yeah, I think absolutely fair, and obviously you'd saved it till that last pick to have that option to go with. I do want to ask with the laning phase because you guys did very well in your lanes in general, I think. But I think was that sort of the plan in the draft, or did it just kind of work out that way? Like, were you planning to punish anyone in particular on the enemy team?
Or not really. We just had like a synergy with Bloom. Sometimes we actually hate each other, but sometimes actually crush the lane. So lately I've been feeling that it goes like 50-50, but sometimes you see that it's absolute bunker, especially game 1 when they started like trip lane and they died like on like the first creep wave. So it was unexpected for them. Even some, I would say, it was unexpected for me that they died like this. Um, and it's all about curious and synergy. So first game it was Bristleback Dazzle, great synergy. Another one it was Dark Tier Tusker. I would say that we actually should have won our second. No, we should have crushed the second game, but we really made couple of mistakes on the lane. At the same time, in the worst case scenario, I can just farm. You see, I'm this guy. I mean, I can win the lane. Okay, I'm not winning the lane. I can just go and hit woods and game is over in either ways.
Yeah, I think perfectly put. I like you guys just played like a really well coordinated game, to be honest, most of the time. There were a few little throws, you know. I think you guys were clearly aware of that. But I think overall just like
Especially
the
game one. Especially game one, I would say.
Oh, what, the fountain dive? No, the fountain dive was like someone in chat has suggested it was based. I absolutely agree it was based. I stood up for you in the cast. I said, you know what? Like, that's where all his damage is coming from the bristles. That's how he can get them off. If he gets his back turned, they all die. And I think absolutely fair. Honestly, next level strategy, really, you know? Not a throw in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it was a really good strategy, especially when there was all the bloodstone. I really liked this one. So I've been diving fountain like minute 15. I was tier 4, and there was another bristleback, and they really hated me all the time because, oh no, there is a bristleback at minute 15, and that was a great time. Unfortunately, that doesn't work anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah, I believe that was just recalled this old times when I wanted to just kill them all in the fountain.
That does lead me on to the one question I had for you, which was the Bloodstone on the Darkseer. Was this something you pick up
Yeah.
often, or was this in response to a specific hero like the Leshrac?
Or, to be honest, in this game, Bloodstone was kind of bad. It gives me a lot of damage, but usually I all the time think. Lately, I've been taking Bloodstone less than. I would say, yeah, I just wanted to play Bloodstone.
I
In
mean,
this game,
It
I
was
just
a
wanted to
fun,
play
fun
Bloodstone.
pick.
Yeah, I like Bloodstone. Sometimes I can crush the game with Bloodstone, especially if they have like 5 millimeters. But I felt like buying Bloodstone was not a mistake, especially with Shadowfiend. I mean, I can give him an extra damage. Also, I can get some heals. Yeah, that was a bad pick, especially when Drow bought like Aghanim. So I was like, okay, that sucks. Uh, but at the same time, I was able to kill them fast.
it did feel a bit
And
criminal to not get the BKB also, but you got it afterwards,
or
so we'll let it go.
yeah, I got it afterwards. Or yeah, I do it in the pubs. Sometimes, to be honest, I even buy two Heart of Teresks after buying Bloodstone, and the people they can't kill me. I mean, maybe
Amazing.
one time, maybe you'll see this game. Maybe there's gonna be a game when I'm gonna buy two Heart of Teresks, but we'll
Hey, I
see.
look forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
So I think last couple of questions, or last question really. You were saying that, you know, you and Bloom are sometimes sort of getting on and sometimes arguing, and you said that your team wanted to kill you when you were sort of diving the tower and maybe dying in pretty deep locations. What's the like the mentality and the vibe like on the team as a whole when you're like winning series like you are today, or like when you're losing series like you were against, I think, Two Samuels Too Sexy?
Oh well. To be honest, it sometimes it hits hard because we are like I cannot say that we are ghouls, but we are the guys who are really aiming for the win. Even sometimes, but we also want to have some fun from the game. So
Yeah.
it was not a fun game, especially when we lost the series. But we had no, there was no ammo in our game, so unfortunately, it was we were not five, not like a stack, and it was really hard to play because we had re- to to come up with some other strategies that we were not that were not prepared. Like, mm, and I think that there was lots of problems in this series. Especially, I can remember that one of our guys just muted himself because he was
Ooh.
that kind of tilted.
Muted
Yeah,
or deafened?
deafen. Okay, sorry. He would deafen himself, so it
Oh,
was
that's
really hard.
worse. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good when it's good, and really bad when it's bad, I suppose. It's sounding like what you're saying.
Well, but usually, I mean, we're the guys who just like playing Dota and that's it. Or that why you can see that I build in some this kind of items that are are not recognized by other people. Especially, I have lots of haters, especially when I play Dota, because people hate what I'm buying. I all the time hear like, "Where is your pipe? Where is your Greaves?" And I'm telling them, "Oh, guys, come on! I just want a 1v9. Do 1v1 plays, and that's it."
I'd be getting so annoyed if I was playing with you. I think, yeah, I'd be the pos 4 going, for Christ's sake, now I have to build a pipe because we desperately need one, and there's you getting your second heart.
But I have like 58 to 60% win rate, so I think I'm doing something right.
Hey, look,
Maybe
if you win the game, then your
not-
team can't complain, right?
Correct.
So clearly, yeah, I'd say you're doing something right. I'd say the whole team's doing something right, because that was a really good performance from you all today.
Thank you. Good to hear it from you.
Unless Auntie has anything to add,
I think that's it. I think
No?
we'll wrap it up.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Maheshwara. I'm looking forward to your future games, and congratulations on the wins today.
Thank you. Thank you for saying everything. Sorry, my
It's all
brain
right,
doesn't work today. Yeah, sorry. 3 hours of sleep, it just breaks me. Thank you for giving me some time. Thank you for casting. Thank you for giving me this like award that my play inspires you. And I'm also kind of, I don't want to upset you in later series. Maybe I'll show my better performance than today.
I mean, look, if you think this is the bad performance, then the only way is up, as far as I'm concerned.
You're gonna see a better one, I guess, or maybe at least I hope so.
Well, I look forward to it then. Okay, cheers, man.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, there we go. I think I was spot on, right? He's having the most fun. He's having absolutely
Yeah, it
the
really
most
seems
fun.
like it. A lot of energy.
A lot of energy. You know what I mean? It seems like he's a lot to play with, but like in a really good way, you know? I think the only thing I think of before we wrap up is, do you have an MVP for today? I think I know what you're going to say.
I mean, it's got to be Maheshwara, surely.
It's Maheshwara. It's definitely Maheshwara.
Look, Bloom is a close second place, mostly for that Aegis snatch, which was very, very cool to see.
Oh, so good. Do you know what, every time I think,
mean, all the
like,
players.
every time I think about
good.
anything in this game, I'm like, that was amazing, and then you go, oh, and this bit as well, and I'm like, my god,
Yeah,
these games
so many
were
moments.
amazing. Yeah, there's
So many
good.
moments in this
And I mean,
game.
yeah, I mean, congrats to both teams. You put on an amazing performance. I think, honestly, it probably, I don't want to say it didn't deserve to be a 2-0, but I think Myst-ery Machine put up a hell of a fight in both of those games, and like, the comeback was on the cards in places, so definitely nothing to be too disappointed with performance-wise. Right. Shall we raid out onto one of the other casts going on?
Yeah, well, we'll raid over to Maloo. So if you're still with us, we'll be joining for a Div 2 game cast by PK and Asgrav, which is in process.
Very exciting. Who are the teams of this one?
It's Misprint Esports versus Owen Morris and the Comers.
Oh, you really didn't want to say that name, did you?
I thought about censoring it, and then I thought, why not? We're at the end of the stream. Let it rock.
Okay. Well, I'll see everyone in the chat over Owen Morris and the Comers and the other team, Misprint Esports. That was the one. Anyway, okay. See you then. Goodbye.
Bye bye.